Lassies New Millennium Celebration Tour. Woo! Did we go everywhere? Ireland. Got the Guinness, got the glass, got the coaster, lots of sous-vides. Scotland. Got the wristband at Hogmanay. Had a ball. Bath. Lovely. And finally, Malaysia. We've got shoes, we've got sous-vides, and we've got more. We've got a video. Oh no.
I can tell because the red light's on. We're just practicing with video cameras and we'll make sure that we can get some good shots. It's just really boring one. Excuse me, we sadly left our other half friends at the airport, but we're okay now because we've just had a lovely meal and a few little drinks and about how many more hours to go? 7, 5. Oh, yeah, 5. So I'll go now and maybe listen to some music. Bye. Boring. What do you think, Sue? I can't see. He is dripping shit.
What was he going to do?
That's weird. It's now Anne-Marie's turn to talk.
Well, I just thought I'd make an appearance, just so that people would know that I can now speak after my valley-induced experience. So I'm here, I'm actually in Covent Gardens with Greg and Sue and Laura. I'm having a great day. It's bloody freezing, but it's fine. That's what I'm saying.
We're in Covent Garden. And we're just about to bust in a minute, so if you'd like to just hold on.
Sue's going to take her clothes off and do an exotic dance. We figure we're going to make a lot of money.
The end.
Okay, we just thought we'd video this beautiful day that we've got here. Blue sky, despite the cynicism of those people in Australia. London has had the most amazing changing weather. It is now 25 degrees. And these rude people in London. Where is that bastard? Oh, it's Sue's brother. It's now 25 degrees in London, and we're about to...
How much?
25 degrees.
I think it's 4.
Oh, no, sorry, it's 4. It's 4. But the sun is on the south. It's beautiful.
You forgot the exchange rate.
The exchange rate?
Yeah. Exchange rate, the weather works for the exchange rate as well. Did you know that?
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
Oh,
You have to
okay.
convert the temperature.
Oh, thanks, dear.
Yeah.
Off now. Sue's parents have made the trip over, and they're now
Speak louder.
we're not actually getting We're on the Thames now, and if you make your way over here, Sue's parents made a special trip, and they're now just learning how to ice skate.
Excuse me,
We're a little bit
Sue?
worried about them.
Hi, Grandma. Isn't that too loud? That's rude.
Isn't it amazing?
Oh, that's a bit close. How much is it an hour?
£4.50.
Well,
Well, that's not the money you paid for health insurance. You might as well use it.
No, I don't think so. The ankle's not quite fixed yet. Okay. This is the most precious thing I've ever seen in my life. It has a Frank dolls, would you believe it? And there's also, if I can zoom in on this, feeding. Please give generously. Pregnant barbecue support? Oh my God. How on earth would you want one? Put it outside the thrilling pub and you probably would. We've currently got off the tube and we're now at the River Thames at Richmond. And the weather's not too bad. I suppose it's freezing. But come on, Laura. Now, Laura, what's the weather like?
My nose is cold.
Her nose is cold. Now, Sue and her brother are just having a private joke, which they haven't told us about, however. This is the River Thames. Oh, yeah, this cheek. Obviously the ducks don't like Laura.
Saving the turkey. Got one of them for Christmas.
Greg, we're not getting one for Christmas.
Do you want this one to fly?
It's actually except for you go up and grab them by the neck and bring it home on the tube.
Oh, is this where I burp? Would that go? It's so like farted
Staying away in first class. I just mentioned that again, first class.
Thanks, Greg.
We're on the express to barking.
In a D grade. D grade bloody look. Trip to barking.
Yes, and we just saw a man from Coronation Street. Don't know who he was, but according to the...
I don't watch Coronation Street.
Yeah, just called into Mick Jagger's place to say hello. Posh Spice? No, I didn't want to see her. She wasn't in. Yeah. She's never in.
She's been leaving messages all week. Really cool.
Bad luck, Greg. You lucked out.
Yeah, she wants me Posh Spice. I think that little kid of hers is actually mine. I'm not too sure.
Oh my God, he's on video. Kate's going to be like this, isn't she?
In his dreams.
Well, have we finished now, people?
Finished.
Yeah, I like the colour of the seat myself. That's what we came in here, because it's purple.
Well, the man might be coming to chuck us out soon, so we'll have to go down to the door.
Can we lock the door? Thanks, Laura. Can we close that door? Thanks.
The rest of the commoners are in economy, but first class all the way.
Yeah, when you're trying to stow in first class, remember to close the door.
Yes, Sue,
well done.
close the door. And on that note, we will say
Au revoir.
Au revoir. Adios.
ciao.
Sayonara.
Ciao.
Ciao. Get out of the window.
So we now are doing a Helen video of the site, and they're looking pretty flash. That's better. Look at that. Yes. As you can actually see, it's not that bad. Oh, there's a wall. I think there's
Trees.
there's some trees.
A swimming pool.
There was a,
over.
and we've got an oval, so it isn't as bad as we thought.
Yeah, where are we? We're going past the
And before I right
and
now,
we're going to Waterloo. Is no one else singing with me?
and I think that's about done. I know, there it is. There's the corner of it.
Isn't
Isn't it?
No, there's no clock. It's just
We're looking at the world's biggest
No, the big
Ferris
bit's
wheel.
behind the thing. Trust me, I saw the plan.
No, there isn't.
No, it's behind that building.
Now, how high is it, Greg?
It's rumoured to be 12 stories high.
Right.
Rumoured.
It's unbelievable.
And the protesters realised, well, you switch it on. That'll get them down.
That's amazing. Right, it's the 15th of December, it's a Wednesday, and it hasn't snowed, but the sun's out. And we are in this palatial kitchen, as you can see. And what are you doing, Sue?
Oh, we've just woken up. It's about 9 o'clock. I woke up first. That's my job to cook breakfast. Traditional English breakfast. We've got lovely greasy bacon.
Beautiful,
We're having
beautiful.
poached eggs,
Yes. Where are they? They're here somewhere. Tomatoes, yes.
mushrooms,
Beautiful.
and we're just about ready to start.
Okay. Well, we might...
So I guess Anne-Marie, you're going to have to put it down because I need a hand.
Okay, well, I'll stop here and I'll help you. Okay, Gabrielle, here we go.
Just thought I'd get a view of the kitchen from the kitchen. And these poor people down here can't start their cars. I wonder why. It's so bloody cold. But as you can see, guess what? It's blue sky. And there's some sun. And it hasn't even snowed. And I think someone else is in the lounge in here. It's Laura. Good morning. See those? I'm just checking out it. Yeah, that's a nice little number. Oh, I'm doing a pan out now. Now I can get Sue's leggings.
No, don't look at my socks.
Oh, there are the other socks. Oh, and I've got your bottom. Okay, I think we'll stop there. We are now into the lounge room, and I just thought I'd show you where we're staying. This is Laura's bed, very nice, and panning over now to the lounge room floor. There's where Sue and I sleep. Luggage everywhere, as you can see, and that's about it. Huge. Okay. Here we are. This is our house, and that's the man of the house, and up there is where we've been living. Beautiful. Just thought I'd look at the view. I've just panned around to the view. There we go, once again, those lovely houses.
Nice Christmas decorations on that street.
And did we mention the trains? I don't think there's one there. We're on.
Guess who I picked up in London? I'm taking my
A man with a skirt. It's close enough to...
That's him there.
Yeah, it's a bit quiet though.
But he'll be all right. He'll be obedient, and you'll be able to tell him what to do, see. It might be a bit heavy, but
When that's back,
the best man you can have. Don't like his dress, though.
I'm like... You're wearing underneath.
We're now at the Tower Hill, London, and this is the castle. Apparently where lots of people got tortured. And now the Thames River is here. We're about to go, I think Laura's here somewhere behind me. There she is. And we're going through the Tower Bridge. We're still at the Tower Bridge. It's pretty amazing. The sun's sort of out, and it's not as cold as we originally thought to begin with. And there's clouds. Uh-oh. Yep. It's almost 12 o'clock, so it must be getting cold. This is St. Catherine's Dock, just around the corner from the Tower Bridge. And it really is quite pretty. Yeah, sure. Greg is now leading us illegally through these docks, which, as you can see, are quite beautiful. The boat's stunning. Oops, Sue's nearly fallen down the hole.
One to go.
One to go, that's me. Oops.
This is Emery coming across. Go and help. Go and help her.
Oh, she's going to fall in the water.
Gonna fall. Gonna fall.
Jump, quick.
Is there anybody watching us? They don't care.
Ready?
Ready?
This is a Christmas decoration tree, and check out poor old Santa.
Jingle bells,
His bum.
Santa lost his pants.
It's amazing.
Look at poor old reindeer's head.
And the reindeer's head.
It's kind of a bit too light.
Here we go. This is a better view. And yes, he's had a crash big time. And poor old Rudolph, there's the arse. And there's the head. Oh my gosh.
You won't get it.
That's amazing.
Cool. Friends that live in They used to have a big house and it was alright, but they've moved into a small flat.
What you doing, Greg?
I just put up a small flat.
Are you wrapping? Are you wrapping Kay's present?
Yeah.
Can we have a close look and then we'll show her? Oh no, it's
Very manly.
yeah, very manly. Look, he had his foot on the present. That's why I turned this on.
How else do you hold it?
Oh,
That's wonderful. You did work for Myers, did you, at one stage?
Yeah.
Did that say happy birthday, that present?
I don't know, it says something.
it says something.
So what have you bought her? A handbag.
With a G on it.
Oh, gee on it for what?
Gorgeous, Greg.
So you won't lose it. For Jeff.
Oh, stop that.
That's the wrong person.
Wrong person. Well, what's happening? What do you mean, Anne-Marie? What's wrong with Jeff and Greg?
I don't know what you're talking about.
They both start with the letter G.
That's it, that's all.
Perfect.
Get it,
That's
boys.
all.
Oh, Jeff.
Freudian slip.
Oh, sorry, Jeff. She just forgot your name.
Again.
Can we cut that now?
No, we can't. Oh, hang.
Go where? I live here. I'm not going.
Okay, look,
We
Greg.
talk about this room, and you've been on changing rooms, I hear. So what did they do to it?
What did they do to it?
What was it like before?
Well, we got the mud off the walls. We got all the Kossovans out. We got the fire out the hallway. And we kindly asked all the druggies to stop wrapping themselves up in the carpet out the front and sleeping. Removed all the needles.
Right.
And yeah, the place has been great since. And then the girls arrived and it went downhill again.
I reckon this is the cleanest it's ever looked. Like, you should have seen it before we got here. Gee.
Yeah, it was a disgrace.
Oh.
Mm.
We can come to your new house and mess it up. We're on Strove now. Do.
Does that like flash?
Just
Like,
see.
if you do it like that, and then it goes, yeah.
Yeah, you can see it in a minute.
Oh,
What's the next one?
Do you have to put your
I noticed you didn't have the video on 5 minutes ago when you were sniffing each other's underwear to see whether you could get another couple of days out of them. Oh no, we don't get the video out then, do we?
Hang on, where are those knickers? Here. These are the knickers?
They're the ones that failed.
And we sniff. We're
They
on.
were white yesterday.
They're actually in negative now, and woo!
Well, they were white.
Okay, hang on. Let me try the next digital thing. Ooh, Solari. Do.
You get Sue's bum
Oh, hey.
in disco or in Strove.
Her thigh is now a beautiful grey, and she's got great tits.
Oh, God, what? Hey, look. Well, they're baggy clothes.
She's got it on X-ray vision.
And now, if we dressed up in really old clothes, would be in brown, but I can't see that through the eyepiece.
Oh, what's that?
We're now in black and white.
Oh, excellent. That's fantastic. But my blue, that would be blue.
Okay, we'll go back to
Beautiful.
colour. This is going.
Tinny, you're up close.
It's such a nice person.
Anne-Marie.
Did I mention that Sue's brother is such a nice person?
Anne-Marie, you have
Do
got
I
the
know?
weirdest looking feet.
I know I have.
Yeah, we're not related, really.
No.
It's like having two. Oh, hang on. You might have
So you
two
sing from A.
two heads as well.
Oh,
Yeah.
stop that.
You are
I'm-
Tasmanian. You are.
From where's that town in Adelaide Hills? That you were saying people have got two heads?
Ah, Chunga.
That's it. I'm not from there. Fruling's bad enough, thanks very much.
Okay, well, better stop it there.
Oh, you can't see.
We can hear though.
We're recording? Yes. Just thought I'd let you know this is the most important room in the house. And as you can see, very spacious. But the best part about it is...
I like this part here.
Yes.
Where is it?
The knob.
That's my favourite.
But the best part about it is this. It's the train. And it goes past every 3 minutes.
I can see something. Oh, there it is. Hang on, we can just see it out there. And you can hear it coming.
And you do get used to the vibrations. Can you hear it?
It's coming.
It's coming.
There it comes.
Here it comes.
keep feeling vibration.
Hello, we're just looking at a method of letting down this airbed. It's still taking forever.
Oh my god. That looks so funny.
My poor beanie is well travelled. It's been everywhere, all around the world, and nobody wants it. I've tried to give it away to Sue. She won't take it. Kay doesn't want it, so it's now going in the bin. As we speak.
You might need it, you might need it.
No, as we speak.
Greg might have it for work.
Here we go.
Oh, hang on.
Here we go. Goodbye. I've loved you. No, I hated you.
I'm actually making sure it does go in the bloody bin.
It keeps on popping up when we least expect it. Bye-bye. Good riddance. All right, we've arrived in Dublin. It's very dark, and I think it's about 5:30. How you going there, girls?
Going good, fine.
And we've just been exchanged some money, and we're looking at the Christmas lights, which are everywhere. They're beautiful in most of the shops, because of course it is Christmas and it's late night shopping. So we have just got to the youth hostel. We're sharing with these two other girls, and we're in the top bunk. But that'll be interesting. And
What about it? Thank you.
and people have been really friendly, haven't they?
Just about to go the bus driver. The bus driver, he told us to get off at Temple Bar. Well, we missed it, so we went down and he gave us a little ride around again. And so we're back here, and we got into our hotel room, and the girls were asleep. And what else?
Now we're looking for a pub and a meal because we're very hungry and thirsty. So we'll sign off for now.
You girls want to stand there?
We're back again. Where are we heading to? Grafton Street. Yeah. And as you can see, the lights are fantastic.
Cool.
Is that Grafton Street, Laura?
That's gorgeous.
We keep on going on about the lights, and they are fantastic.
And we're going to find a beautiful pub, and we'll look at the lights in there. Oh, what's that? That will be the hairdryer. And we're cleaning the big wet spot on somebody else's.
Don't feel me, because I'm not very happy with this whole...
Anne-Marie's water bottle is on this girl's bed, and she doesn't know, thank God.
I'll have to bloody sleep in it.
Here, you video the room. How was the book? Like that, or was it up the other way?
No, it was this way because I read it and I knew it was Tara.
All right, are you sure? No, I think the clock was sitting on the clothes.
No, it wasn't. The clock was in the pillow. Shut up. Turn it off. So I've got observation skills in time of crisis.
Right. You sure the book was like it is?
Shut up. It's called yes, because I was looking at it thinking I should have bought my own.
I should have brought my own 2 hours of nothing to
Jesus, I can't believe I did that. Right, okay. You talking, Sue?
Okay, we've just entered Trinity College and we're just sort of reminiscing of our old uni days. Anne-Marie's going to ask directions for where the uni bar is in a minute. And Laura, can you take us through what the Book of Kells are?
No, these people are here. This is what you do on holiday.
Apparently it's supposed to be a really old place for
A book of manuscripts by the old monks. And it's got beautiful designs where all the Celtic designs are taken from. And,
lovely.
I think I might get a really nice present for Amanda. Hopefully it'll be fairly cheap.
Yeah.
And if you don't get a present for Amanda, she'll get it for you somewhere else.
Okay, well thanks for that bit of history lesson there, Laura.
Okay.
And we just sort of cam around just to show how beautiful this place is.
People laugh.
No. We're going to a Temple Bar. We've just come from the post office sending postcards. What am I looking at?
Santa.
Oh, good. Okay, Sue.
Although we have a lot of noise in the background, so I'd better talk up. This is Temple Bar. It's a historic old street of Dublin. And once again, we've got the decorations. It's really great. Sue and Laura are there, looking like wonderful models that they are. And the car's coming right behind them, and this is absolutely hilarious. Well done, girls. We're still in the temple bar area, and yes, guess what? It's badass great food because it's called the Badass Cafe. How would it be? Unbelievable. So girls, what's on the menu?
There's kickers,
Yes?
magic mushroom.
Yes? What would you eat, Laura? Laura, what would you eat? Still looking? Laura's just picked out the perfect
That's what I'll have
present
for lunch.
for Kay. Flavorful husband. I don't know whether you can
All your
read
friends
it.
will like
Can you
him.
read that? Because I don't think I can pick that up.
Won't upset your parents, always willing to please, doesn't watch football, never breaks wind, always faithful and floats.
Perfect present, and I bet it's cheap too. Can you believe it? Barbie is a slut. There it is. And the other one, and the other one, if you don't like that, fucked. We're looking at some lamps, and guess what? Look at that. Look. Watch out, Laura, you're in the, yep. I've got a porno lamp. Oh my God. Oh my God, you can see it too. Let's go to something a bit cleaner. Like these. Beautiful. This is apparently one of the bars that is on a postcard that Sue has bought. But guess what? It's closed. So we can't go there. And plus, it's not 12 o'clock yet. We can't go. We're currently at Dublin Castle. Just been into the very tacky souvenir shop. And it's been restored apparently, this castle. And this is only a section of it. So we're about to continue looking. We've now gone around the other side. And this is what we're looking at.
Police over there, Garda.
Where?
Garda, the little blue sign.
Yes, yes.
That's where the police are. Garda. There we go, there's one of them on a motorbike.
There's a policeman. Oh, there's a guy. There we are, as we speak. Well done, Laura. There we are. And this is really bad camera work. I was trying to get those little things. The heads. Stoplights are pretty entertaining, I know, but here we are. And this is Trinity College, and we went in there before, and also walked past there last night. And by the way, did I mention the weather? It's not that cold, see? We're not wearing gloves. It's wonderful. And I'm even carrying a coat. And Laura is steering around. There she is. See, look. She's got a scarf on, doesn't need a hat. It's pretty good. And on that note, we're just about to leave Laura and get her gear because she's leaving us today. This is where we're staying, and it's quite funny actually because if we hone in, you can see it's right next to a joke shop. So that's actually where we're staying. And there is the very busy street. Sue's decided she wants to break into this person's room because she liked the look of him last night, but he fled. So we found out where he is. And now we can't get in. Actually, it's our room, seriously. But we've locked ourselves. We've got the key, but we can't get in.
Shit, okay.
Oh, second time round, it isn't exciting. Sue opened it.
No, it just went.
Well done. Well done, girls. Here we are back in our bedouin.
Our bedouin. Our bed wetting. Wow.
I've lost the sock.
We're here at the train station.
I'm just about to see Laura off. She's off to Belfast for 6 days, leaving us two by ourselves. So it's sad. She's absolutely fine. See her in about a week.
See you, Laura. See ya. Goodbye. We're starting to shake now. No.
Going.
Have a great trip. See you later. Ciao.
We knew it was cold, but we didn't think it was this cold. Look at the nippling mannequins. Are they pointing?
Okay. Now,
red light.
Yeah,
Show the red light.
yes, the red light needs to stop. Now, we've met these people, and they seem to think that they own the restaurant, but we don't believe them. So, can you tell these people that you actually do?
We got no do, sir. Oh, indeed, I do, sir. I own the restaurant.
And apparently this man built the toilet. Like that's
Yeah.
apparently.
Here is the toilet.
You may use the toilet, sir.
And apparently this man knows how to speak Australian. So could you demonstrate? Give me your accent.
All right.
Give me your accent. Okay. Oh, not much time doing that.
What's Skippy?
We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Is this getaway?
7. Sorry, 6. The run of the. Go down for the matches. 6.5 for bunny rabbits, right?
Right.
Hey, go down for the matches. Quick, go down for the matches. Sorry, 5.5 bunny rabbits. That's the mammy bunny rabbit, right? Okay.
It's supposed to be a quick joke.
Can we stop here for a second? Right? Oh my God! It's the fox! Oh, quick! Right there.
Yeah, okay.
Panic station now. He's very close.
Yeah.
I have to get all these into the box here.
Can we do it?
Yeah, come on, do it. Let me see it.
You do it. You do it, Rob.
I don't even know what's
Can I put this on video? I have not the fucking
What are you talking about?
any close idea of
The fox is coming along, right?
Obviously,
Here's the fox, right?
Obviously, Neil Diamond has done this before.
Right,
Excuse
so
me.
hold on.
Right.
You just killed half a bunny rabbit.
Right, can we do this?
No, you can't touch them.
Oh, can't touch
So what am I supposed
You're
to do?
contaminated.
Oh, no.
No, you're contaminated bunny rabbits.
No, sorry. Well, you're Australians are real brutes, aren't you? How did you ever invent Skippy? You just kill them.
So what am I supposed to do? Okay, you show. How do you do it?
Where's the mammy? Where's the mammy?
Right. Oh.
Calling all bunny rabbits. Calling all bunny rabbits.
That is the worst joke. That is worse than Alan Callahan. That is fucking shocking.
But I think of all the jokes that I've had that are good, and this is what you're after videotaping. I mean, you have missed the creme de la creme of Irish entertainment here because of this shit.
Shite.
Actually, shite.
That's what we say in Australia.
Hold on.
Good. You know one thing, you look damn good with a video camera under your face.
Get a good picture of him. Him, Scarlet Pimpernel.
Oh, that's it. Oh, turn it off.
On this side, the soldier, piercing the side of Christ with a sword. On the far side, another soldier offering some vinegar on a stick. Out of the arms, you see two persons offering chalices. And below the feet of Christ, we have a dove, which represents the Holy Spirit. In the top panel, it's the arrest of Jews.
So the monks use the ladder to enter this building and pull the ladder in after them. So inside the building there are wooden floors and they're connected with steep wooden stairs. There's a hidden roof to protect them. The very top is the 8 lookout windows, and this is where you
Currently at Clon McNoise, a Christian monastery that Lady's talking.
The very top of this building is struck by
We're currently at Clon McNoise, which was a Christian monastery in the 6th century, and it's 4 o'clock, it's pretty cold, in fact it's freezing, but it's an amazing place, absolutely amazing. And in the foreground you'll see the crosses, and in the background is supposed to be a river, but it's flooded incredibly. And it's quite cold. And the person with Sue is a guy we've met on the bus called Brett from Geelong. Good value. This is quite an amazing place. It's full of history. It's been attacked so many times by Vikings and all sorts of people. And the remains are still here. It's pretty amazing. Understand, Amanda, why you're fascinated with this place? It really is hunting actually. And look, we found some sheep. Big fat woolly sheep. Like in Babe, the movie. Doing that, looking at it from a distance. I think this is an old Celtic wall of some description. Just letting you know where we are. We're in Galway, not Glasgow, and it's about 8 o'clock, and we're in 5-star accommodation, as you can see. 14 people to a room, it's pretty good. And we're learning to pack. Look at this mess. Oh my God. Ciao for now. Christmas bus happening. Ken and Brent and Jodie have supplied us with green tinsel. The ideas man is working it. His head's up there somewhere.
Brent, turn around.
Brent, turn around.
Good morning.
Thank you.
To Ireland.
And we're on our way. I don't know where we're on our way to, Sue. Somewhere.
Well, if I just put it out the window, we have just left Galway. Sorry we didn't get anything earlier, but we did arrive in the dark. That's a bit hard. And sorry we couldn't video the square. Galway's famous air square.
We're not quite home though.
Do you want me to get a break? Okay, here I am.
Now tell us where we are. Brent, where are we? Have you been listening?
We're just outside of Galway.
Mm-hmm.
Found my first puddle.
Thank you.
Iced over. Cheers.
Cheers. Thanks for that.
That's okay.
We are at this castle, and it's quite amazing. It is 10:30, and yes, it's brisk, very. Now, I'm introducing you to Shane, our tour guide. He's sort of learning, so he's got his training wheels on. Can you tell us what this is, Shane?
Dunguair Castle. Who's going to be watching this? Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls?
Yeah, lots of people, and lots of friends back home.
And Dunguair Castle is founded in the 6th century, but this one was built on the same site in the 1610. But it's, Dunguair means home of Guir, King Guir from Connacht. And this is where they use for weddings and for banquets, and medieval banquets, etc.
Okay. Thank you very much. That was wonderful. 10 out of 10. Now the sun is out, and we've got little duckies in the background. See, you can even hear them. The sound effects are excellent. There must be a dog around here somewhere. And this is the view. Look, Skippy is definitely not here. Hi, peoples. Where's he gone?
Okay, apparently this lovely castle is the backdrop for romantic weddings now. At the moment, I don't think it's sort of, I've got to find a husband first, but Laura, hint, what do you reckon? You and Chris?
Yep.
Beautiful.
We can see you here, Laura. There you go. Thanks, Sue. Marriage counsellor.
You're on camera.
Thank you, Ken. It's day 2 of our trip, and we are now not at Glasgow. We're just out of Galway. It's on the west coast. This is County Clare in the background. And it's not too bad. The weather's not too bad at all, as you can see. No gloves. It's beautiful.
And below it began flow over here to large pavement.
Okay.
That's the actual Doolin village.
Thank you for that.
There.
Thank you.
There's
And how big is it?
It's the smallest village in Ireland until tourism hit it.
Thank you.
And then if you go over there,
Yeah.
that's the port for the Aran Islands,
Yeah.
which are
Where you going?
up
Where?
top of the castle.
Oh, yeah.
The top of the castle of the
Yeah.
Aran Islands. Or Craggy Island, where Dermot Morgan and Ardal O'Hanlon used to play Father Ted.
Okay.
Yeah,
Thanks for that, Shane. We're at the Cliffs of Moher, or however it's pronounced. It's amazing. Very scary, and I almost stood on the edge. Almost. There we go. I know that this is another view, and just so people know, this is where Sue was sitting. Oh my God! And I was sort of lying. It's amazing, and actually it's a beautiful day. It's not even windy.
yeah. See you there.
Thanks, Brent. I just videoed that.
What time are we in?
1 o'clock.
So we've got 20 minutes. Tired? You alright?
This is over there.
Problem?
Yeah.
You feel what?
Okay, welcome to Sue's bar.
Okay, Tom. Where are we, Sue?
How are we supposed to do it?
Oh,
I won't even try.
Don't even try it. Where are we at the moment, Sue?
Shoot, we're in Tralee.
She hasn't had a drink yet after the infamous evening of past 2 days, which we won't talk about on video.
After a drink-free alcohol day,
Yeah.
I'm now back in business.
What are you making, Sue? What did you ask me that I wanted before?
I thought you needed an orgasm, so here it is.
Thank you. Oh, shit.
More?
No, that's heaps. Oh, my God.
Okay.
We must be feeling better after the first day because we were very hungover. Oh, my God, Sue, that's heaps.
That's plenty. That's
Okay? So we're just waiting. We're just going to have a pre-dinner drink, and we're having this huge cook-up, and we're in a great hostel. It is fantastic, except the toilet's wobbly. Unbelievable. Okay, we'll sign off for now.
Okay, it's Sunday night, and we're just about ready to have dinner. Don't know what we're having, but it smells lovely. Let's pan around the kitchen area.
Now, they were playing this amazing strip poker game thing with Tops, but they all stopped because I came in here with a video, and Brent was so shy that he didn't want to participate. But Kent has now put his hat back on. Beautiful, beautiful, lovely, lovely hat, Ken. Beautiful, beautiful. Yo, baby. Yes, you can.
You're only one button away.
And I think
This game's a lot of crack. Here we are. Here we are. We have a bit of a break. Hang on, right?
and Brent, what does that mean? What does that mean?
It's in moments like this where Jodie goes, it's
Okay. You don't call her honey.
I literally have that 3 times. You're on camera.
Chrissy Jack. Hang on. Now we've just... How do you feel about that walk? Was that a great walk? You're pretty dry, Brendan.
For you, it was for me.
Oh, absolutely.
You do again.
I can see, oh yes, you've kept dry, haven't you? Look at that. Whoa, no.
Turn around.
Turn around. Is that a wet, changed colour? Oh, yeah, beautiful. Yeah. We got that in. Go, baby.
Yeah, baby.
And we're in the Christmas mode, so as you can see, got all these decorations. And poor Jodie, look at her pants. The poor girl. Oh, my. Look. Oh, my God.
At the laundromat, put our pants in the dryer.
That is, Jodie, you must be freezing.
Our legs are a bit cold. The rest are all right.
But the walk was good, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, nice.
Dolphin.
Did you see the dolphin?
Twice.
Good. It was worth it, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Shane. Shane.
Hey,
What was the point
how's
of
it going?
What was the point of that exercise, please?
To get you out and to experience what Irish life is really like. And you guys have actually withstood the worst that we could throw at you.
Well,
Except the
thanks very much.
face on.
Yeah.
Really, I'm proud of you guys.
Hey, Ken. How you going?
Legends.
I'm not going to tell you what I thought of it,
Yeah, no, please do. How was that walk?
Should be no swearing on this camera.
No, you can be. You can swear as much as you like.
Disgraceful.
It was disgraceful?
Yeah, I mean, you know, we saw a dolphin. Have you ever seen a dolphin before?
Yeah, I have.
See what I mean? You don't have to walk 50 minutes in the rain, do you?
Yeah, it was pretty good, wasn't it?
In Ireland. I mean, that's, in fact, the only reason why I came on this trip.
Okay.
So I could see the dolphin.
Beautiful.
His name's Fungi.
Fungi, yeah. Beautiful.
You didn't even give us a kiss, eh?
Oh, yeah. Disappointing.
Yeah, I think I saw him flip his flipper to it.
Yes, yeah, I did too. It was good.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay, we'll sign off there. Thanks, Shane. And this is what the bus is like during a festive occasion. Hens happening, we've got the songs happening, we've got the balloons, and everyone is saturated after going and seeing that bloody dolphin. Yep, there's Sue. Absolutely Sue's great. Oh, look. And there's me. Oh, I don't think you can see it, but there's the line. It's been bad. But we're going to the pub now, so hopefully we can bloody dry out. Whoop, we'll get a bit bumpy on the sonar. I'm currently on day 3 in the morning, and it's 9:30. It's not too bad, the weather's actually good. And this is a fantastic church. We're about to go inside and see some wonderful stained glass windows. And there goes a ball. Who just did that? It must have been...
As you see, we've visited another church and another graveyard.
Yes.
So far that's actually been quite prominent on this tour, but we've enjoyed it just the same.
And what's the noise in the background? There seems to be some sort of sport happening here in this church.
Things are being livened up a little with a little bit of soccer inside the church.
Oh.
Personally, I think that's a bit of inappropriate.
Gaelic football.
Thanks, guys.
Okay, now we can go.
This obviously must have been the courtyard of the monastery, the church.
Hey.
And can you talk to me now?
Lizzie, I love you.
Keep going.
Spank me, teacher.
And
then spank me some more.
That'll do.
Stan, I think I'm lost. I would have found it, but I don't know what I would have found.
Shane decorating the camera so it's wobbling too small. We're actually at day 4 and we've come to this beautiful waterfall. It's fantastic. And the weather is really quite good.
Go on right up to the edge of it.
I mean, pardon?
Go on right up to the edge of it.
No way. I'm not going to the edge. No
Absolutely.
way. But,
we can't talk about you, you know.
This is the national park, isn't it?
Part of the Killarney National Park, County Kerry, spread over 23 square miles. A beautiful landscape which you will see after we leave here.
Cheers. Did you point it and did you
Did I
touch
point
that?
it?
No, I mean did you turn it off?
I let go of it.
I'm just getting a picture of the bus. This is, yeah, Jane, you got it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. What does it mean? What does it mean? What does it mean?
Land of eternal youth.
Thank you. And if you didn't get that, it means land of eternal youth. We never grow old. Thanks, guys. Or in that, I thought it was a finch. Oh God!
We've arrived at Killarney, the ladies' view, Lakes of Killarney, and as we come along here to our left, we'll see all the ladies of our tour.
Commentary, please. Commentary.
Nice, all our ladies of tour we can hear. Oh. Hi, Sue. Hello, Anne-Marie. How's it going? Do you want all the names?
Yeah.
Amara.
What's at the side?
Hi, Mara. That's not Kim.
I don't know what you're doing.
Renee.
It looks a bit funny on camera.
Cody. Karen. Joe. Cameron.
Get back!
Myra. And Carmen. Hey, now we'll just quickly go down here on the view. Oh, there we go. There we go. Ladies' view, the most spectacular view in Ireland. Look in the Lakes of Killarney. Killarney town itself, just around the corner to the right, at the very end. By the way, did you hear about Anne-Marie last night?
No.
She was out? She was out last night? Was she? Yeah.
Actually, I did hear about that.
She's, yeah. Oh. And that guy, you know the football player from Kerry?
It's that Anne-Marie, is it?
The Gaelic football player, yeah. Gaelic football player from Kerry.
Yeah.
Jeez, he was a hunk.
He was, wasn't he? He was a girl.
You're talking really funny though, you couldn't understand a word he was saying. He was so quick and tall. He's so smart. Smart guy he was. But he had a fetish for teachers. He used to work in an orchard as a kid. And he used to spend his teacher an apple every morning, and when he found out that Anne-Marie was a drama teacher, he started all this acting. He was gas.
Come on, mate.
Maybe it's the boys' turn.
Yeah, the boys' turn. Come on.
No, it's the boys' turn.
Turning. Oh. Over the other side.
We now have the guys. The guys showing us their crack.
Move in a bit, Shane.
Go!
That's it.
Ready, steady, go!
Don't believe a word Anne-Marie says.
No, I'm just saying. Oh yeah, they're just. I'm not saying anything.
Hands off the cranks.
All I'm saying is show us your crack. That's all I'm saying.
Your own arse,
Yeah, this looks great. Quite cold today. Circle the stone. This is the view, typically Irish, and this is the tourist shop. I don't know who's behind me. Ken, check out this tourist stuff. Too much for me. I can't see the stones.
You start recording?
And that is the cutting site. The sun will shine onto the ashes that over here, over there. And they believe that then the spirit of the person will be taken away and reincarnated. Here's where the truth. It's over 3,000 years old. Thank you. Thank you.
By the way, that's the Atlantic Ocean out to your right, so last time you want to see the Atlantic Ocean.
Trying to speak.
I just thought today was a very special day for Sue, and I wanted her to tell everyone why. Why is it so special, Sue?
Well, this morning I found out that I'm financially again. I got a job for next year. So
Where are you going to be?
I'm going to be with you.
Excellent! She's going to be at Golden Grove for another year. We just found out today, so we're going to have a few quiet beers.
Congratulations.
Nice to find the beers.
Thanks.
Pick one for me, look.
This is the Blarney Castle, and we've just arrived. It's our second to last day. It's Wednesday, 22nd of December, and we're now looking at the old castle, and we're going to kiss the Blarney Stone.
Hi.
Now, who are these strange people walking along?
It's Prancer and...
It's Rudolph. Oh, here they go. Yes. Did you catch that? A bit like the Melbourne Cup.
Look, your relative's going up. Black Crow, isn't it? Probably has a nicer sounding voice than you, actually.
This is the view. And it is very, 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 very steep. Blarney Stone, and it's actually quite scary because you have to go right down into this hole that old man holds you.
Every 7
And
years.
then you lean back and kiss.
Doing English countryside, is it?
The view. Now, here we are. The reindeers and the Santas are having a group shot. Beautiful. But Brendan, Jodie, Kent, Brent, Joe and Corinne. So what are you doing?
Okay, we've just all kissed the Blarney Stone.
Yeah.
We're just about to head down, and these steps are very steep and very narrow, so it's very hard to get down.
Oh my God, they are. Yeah, they are. Here we go.
So one step at a time.
Okay.
Way to go.
I'm going.
I'm so good. Fudge.
Yum, yum, yum.
Sue's just bought a cookbook really cheaply. She's checking it out.
I want to see if it's got Irish coffee.
Yeah? No.
Uh-oh, look at our shame.
No. That's okay.
Okay.
Want to see my CVs? Got a ruler.
Yeah.
Blarney Castle ruler. And check this out.
Oh, I'm zooming in.
Hang on.
I don't know whether I can. I don't know whether I can see that. What is it doing?
It's a little leprechaun moving.
Oh yeah.
See it? It's lovely.
Only just. Oops. Okay. We're now at the back of the castle, and we're going to be walking along the wall. And as you can see, 2 reindeers have just come down. And if you get an idea of where we've just walked, it's really beautiful. It's so green and luscious. It's obviously been raining all night. And Sue has just stolen some holly from that tree. These trees are amazing. The roots almost look like they're not real. Well, not the roots, but the wood. And likewise with this one. It's so shiny. And it really is a very, very, very pretty part that we're in at the moment. Just near Blarney Castle.
I can whisper in there for you. Do you want me to listen? We were in lunch for Cork.
And everyone's just had a very big lunch and is very, very tired. Okay, who else have we got here? Oh, look at it. It's quiet. This is the quietest everyone has been on the whole trip. It is really, oh my God. Okay, we're currently at St. Patrick's Rock of Cashel, as Sue has just told me, and I think there's a car coming behind me. And it's 13th century. That's a castle. And it's, again, quite spectacular. And bloody cold.
We're very welcome. My name is Alex in the buildings. They're all church buildings. And they're of different ages. They were built during the 12th, 13th and 15th centuries. And they're standing on a big rock. The rock itself is limestone, and it was sculpted over 11,000 years ago at the end of the last ice age. And for quite a long time, the site was associated with magic. It was known as the Fairy Ridge, and Druids, who were the pagan priests, they used to come up here and hold different ceremonies here. The first castle ever was built here in the year 370. It was built by a king, and this king ruled the southern half of Ireland. Ireland was divided into a number of different regions, and each area had its own king, and then was a high king over everybody. So 5 kings altogether, and one of them lived here. And they continued to rule here up until the 12th century. But by the 12th century, politics had changed an awful lot in the country. And the people who really had the power was the church. And the bishop here, the king here, knew that. So he decided then that if you can't beat them, you join them. So he handed absolutely everything over to the church. He gave them he announced he was giving them all of his gold, all of his silver, all of his land, absolutely everything to them, purely as a gift. And they were really impressed with him. So they decided to reward him. And he refused all sorts of financial rewards. And eventually they decided to reward him by making him a bishop. And that's exactly what he had thought for. So he continued ruling here, no longer as a redundant king, but as a bishop. And he had all of the power and wealth of the church associated with that. And from then on, from the 12th century onwards, up until about the time of the Reformation, the people who ruled here had 2 jobs. They were known as king bishops. And it was quite normal for them to go out and fight battles and kill people on a Monday, and then come back the following day and preach to their people. And they would have been people who were responsible for building these buildings here today. Most of them are in ruins. This one in which we're standing is the only restored one. And they all began to fall into ruin in the 1700s, late 1600s, early 1700s. And today, the only tangible reminder we have of that much earlier time when kings ruled here is this large piece of sculpture here at the end of the room. It's a high cross, and it's called St. Patrick's Cross. And it's made of 2 pieces. The top part is the cross, with the cross resting on a big boulder of stone. And this boulder of stone here is, the oldest thing here, is known as the coronation stone. And each of the kings who ruled here between the 4th and the 12th centuries would have been crowned king at that. So it was an important ceremonial altar. Then, in the 12th century, when the church took over, they didn't want to throw away the old pagan altar. So to make it more accessible, they got a cross carved out and stuck the cross onto the top of it. And on the front of the cross, there's carved Christ on the cross. There's a column of stone there to go over the arms. There was one on the other side. So they both continued up over it and formed a frame to it. And it's called St. Patrick's Cross because on the other side facing the end wall, there is a carving of St. Patrick. And the link with St. Patrick is, he is the patron saint of Ireland, and he came to Cashel in the year 450, and spent about 7 years here altogether. And when he came here, it's written in the historical records that he baptized the king. And apparently, while St. Patrick was baptizing the king, he was leaning on his metal staff for support. It had a sharp point dent to it. And instead of sticking the staff into the ground, he accidentally stuck it through the king's foot. The king knew nothing about that, but the king presumed that this ordeal was a public test of his courage. So he bore this load very stoically. But once the people were gathered here, when they saw this happen to the king, they all fled, they ran away, and refused to be baptized. So that's the link with St. Patrick. The cross originally stood outside. It was brought in here back in about 1984-85 in order to preserve it from weathering. And when we moved it in, we discovered this hollow in the centre. So when you look at the base of it there, that's the mirror you're looking at. And the mirror is reflecting the cavity going right up in the corrugated stone. It comes up to about here. And it was possibly carved down to make it lighter to transport back in the 4th century. As the entire thing would weigh about 5 tons originally. This room was a wine cellar. It was converted into a museum primarily to hold the cross. The items in the middle of the room in the glass cases, they're not that important. They're all copies. The real ones are kept in Dublin in the National Museum. So we're going to move on from here now.
We're now outside this castle, and our tour guide's name is Anne-Marie, would you believe it? And behind me is the view.
And in terms of architecture, it is by far the finest. It's over 870 years old. It's still standing. It survived all the battles and all the fires because it's built from stone. Stone walls, stone ceiling, and on the outside it's got a big V-shaped stone roof, which is 1 metre in thickness. And it's important also because it's built in a Romanesque style. Now all over France, Spain and Italy come across absolutely wonderful Romanesque buildings. It rains here almost 365 days a year. So it rains right about summertime, most of the time. So the walls never get an opportunity to dry out properly. And then in the winter times they're very damp. So there is a conservation program in progress.
Hey Joe, watch your head.
Back in the 12th century, all of that was very different. It was covered completely. Old ash and paper people. They made an excellent camouflage when mixed with and were locked into one. Powerhouse. That was built in the 15th century for the bishop. However, in the entire building there was only one fireplace. So because up here it's normally so cold, the bishop never moved in. Because he never moved in, he normally lived in the town, the castle was properly maintained. And he was hit by a cannonball in 1647 when Oliver Cromwell's soldiers invaded. And when it fell down, most of the stone fell. It's just all very little ground here where we're standing because whoever wanted to store it all had to do was dig up over. And then just to show you how big the walls are, how big the walls were. So that completes our tour.
Wonderful Christmas time. Simply having a wonderful Christmas time. Simply having a wonderful Christmas time. Simply having a wonderful Christmas time. With their parade. Green Square.
Okay.
You can dig it.
You're on.
You're on.
You're on camera.
Welcome to welcome to Browns Hill Dolmen, folks.
Thanks for having us.
These dolmens were used for burial chambers, burial sites in the ancient Druid times. And the Druids used to remember they cut up the bodies. They cut up the bodies, and then they burnt them, and then they buried the bones, and sometimes the ash, in a place like this. So what they would do is they'd bury the bones in the urns, and then they would cover it with soil, and they'd put the two portal stones, which would be the most important stones, in front. That would be the kind of entrance. And then they'd have another stone at the back, and then they would bury the mound, and then they would put a capstone on top, such as this capstone here. Back again. Cue.
Stop being bossy.
This particular capstone actually weighs 150 tons. And they sourced it to a place called Tulla, which we've been passing through, which is 14 miles away. So you can imagine the effort that was put into bringing that capstone and putting it on top.
How did they do that?
How did they do that? Good question. Nobody knows. They most likely use roller systems, logs, roll it along, pull along. So maybe 80 to 100 men at one time. They would have ropes and stuff and pull it along the logs.
Yeah, it has to be a pretty important person to have a big one like this.
It has to be a pretty important person. But they reckon, I think they did some scannings, and they reckon there's about 8 people buried here. 7 to 8 people. But also these dolmens are used by 2 of our famous mythological people, Grania and Diarmid. And Grania was a beautiful princess. She was the daughter of Cormac MacArt, who was the king of Connacht. And she was betrothed to Fionn McCool of the Fianna. Remember Fionn, we were talking about Fionn before? He was the leader of the Fianna, the very wise man who went to salmon and knowledge. But the thing was, the lads were a bit peeved off of this because Grania was in her early 20s and Fionn at this stage was in his late 60s, and she was his 4th wife. And they thought this wasn't right. And, she didn't really want to be married to him either. So come back here when I'm talking. He'll come over and talk to you in a minute, and so will the other guy. They always do. Anyway, what would you do? Give him 10 lines? Say, I will not walk away.
No, I think I'd give him more than that.
But anyway, on one of the prenuptial feasts, she actually duped the wine, and everybody fell asleep except Diarmid because she wouldn't let him drink out of the wine, and she forced him to elope her because it was considered an honourable thing at that time that if a woman asked you to sleep with her, that you had to out of honour and respect for the woman.
Oh my God!
And Diarmid, he's caught in 2 stools whether he should look after, obey his captain Fionn, or whether he should honour a woman's respects. So he honoured the woman's respects and went away. And there used to be, when all her party woke up in the morning, Fionn was very pissed off because his bride-to-be was gone. So he asked the Fianna, he said, listen lads, go after Diarmid and catch him and bring him back and bring me and my wife back. And they actually refused because, number one, they didn't like the idea of Fionn marrying this beautiful young girl. It wasn't fair on her. And number 2, Diarmid was their really good friend in the warrior, circles. He was their, kind of like a sergeant, and he was really well liked. So Fionn had to hire these mercenaries to go after him. And while they were fleeing around the country, they used to stay under these dolmens, and for protection at night. But Grania would always predict, she had a good instinct for these things, and she'd always predict when these mercenaries were coming, and they used to attack Diarmid. But he was such a great warrior, he's just no problem at all. He used to tie them up and leave them for the crows in the morning, and attack them, humiliate them, So eventually, anyway, Fionn tired of this chasing around, and he let the 2 of them wed. And so they got married, and they lived very happily. They had four strapping children. But the trouble was then, years later, Fionn McCool, Grania said, okay, let's invite Fionn around for dinner and see. She just really wants to find out if the feud, if the bad feeling had subsided between the 2 of them. So she invited him and her father around for dinner. And while she was talking to her father, she sent Diarmid and Fionn out hunting, out in the forests, to go out hunting for the afternoon and see how they got on. And while they were out hunting, there was a particularly vicious boar in the area at the time, who happened to be, when Diarmid's mother had a fling, and when she had a fling with this other guy, she had a kid, and his father cursed the kid and turned it into a wild boar. And because Diarmid was so lovely and all this sort of stuff, he cursed Diarmid as well. And so this wild vicious boar used to run around the country looking for Diarmid to kill him. And it so happened that while they were out hunting this boar, they came across this boar, and the boar attacked Diarmid when he wasn't looking and pierced his side and mortally wounded him. And Fionn turned around and killed the boar. And then he looked at Diarmid, and Fionn, because of his intelligence and wisdom, had the cure of stopping bleeding with his hands. And Diarmid asked him, says, will you cure me? And Fionn said no. And he let him die. And that was really sad. And then he went around, and then he married Grania. And then he lost all faith in his guys, and he no longer kind of had to resign as being king of the Fianna, chief of the Fianna, etc. So it was really sad.
Suvi.
Yeah.
Brent Suvies again. I don't know where
These were they used to use for protection when they were running around the country. Because there's loads of dolmens. Chin chin, and that's Bessie and Matilda. Bessie on the right and Matilda on the left. Traditionally.
Hey.
Yeah, can you flavour?
Some people in the class weren't listening. You should have told them.
Don't worry, they can study it. Homework. Around here last week.
Back to the bus now.
You what?
I got that. Oh, did I get that? I didn't get that.
It's too slippery.
Under there?
You want one?
Oh, beautiful.
Hang on.
Well, that's a nice shot, Sue. That's a beautiful shot. Yeah, beautiful. Yo, baby. I got that shot, Sue. Can't stop that.
Did she fall in it?
No, she was bending over, taking her shoes off, and Kent was behind her doing something very
Is that
rude.
slippery?
Watch out for the shit. Did you really step in it?
Yeah, there is some down there.
Oh,
Watch out. Is that slippery that...
Look at this. This on the video looks rather interesting. Oh, my God. Sue, what are you doing?
Do you want some of that chalk dust so you can...
That's it.
Hey. Nearly there.
All the slide down our arse now. Come on over here and watch your slide down. Come on.
No, but I don't want to step in any shit.
Oh. Oh, she's taking out the rock.
Oh, there we go.
That's it.
That's it.
We'll probably have to go back to the hostel now and find us a new pair of socks you might have left behind.
But you
there's not far to
didn't
go.
know that we were actually writing about our stories last night, but those guys you were talking to in the pub?
Oh, stop.
Two guys. Oh, jeez. I wasn't no team. And she didn't realise this until afterwards, like, you turn around and smile. How you doing, boy?
Stop that.
Opportunity to thank you guys for such a great tour. In 6 days we've seen a lot of stuff and we've had a really good time, and everyone on the bus has had a great time. So thanks very much.
Thanks, guys.
I think everyone will agree that turning off tours are the way to go. Over Ireland, they put on a great show. You'll have lots of crack and a little bit of fun, but don't drink too much at the bar or you'll fall on your bum. Shane and Billy are the men in charge. Billy drives the bus, which is anything but large. He fought like a man, he fought the flu. He said, don't worry lads, I'll get you through. Well, Shane's the man who guides the bus. He's done it great, without any fuss. He knows heaps of information all over the country, and then he tells you where to get your munchies. Hey! I've got heaps more verses, I know you know, but we haven't got so much time for any more show. So I've just got one more line indeed. If you'll join me, please. It just goes like this. Etc. 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 We've got your little card as well.
The comeback speech. Well, and so on and so on. On behalf of Billy and myself, actually, you've been a great bunch. We've had a great time. Despite Billy trying his best to avoid passing on the flu to you all, etc. You're going to be listening up for that. I might not say anything. Oh, you repeated the thank you on this, you did. Oh, great stuff. Thanks, lads. I know we've had a blast, and I know on behalf of the boss and ourselves, we'd like thanks you for travelling to and Oak. It's people like you guys that give us a good reputation, a good name. If the tour gets easier when we have a good bunch who are, enjoying the fun, enjoying what's going on, and makes our job easier, and we have a great blast out of it. So, thanks very much for the card, lads. It's great. Cheers. all get home safely later on, okay? And by the way, you haven't aged today since you got off the bus.
Put in a special g'day for Colum too.
Yeah, pass on the advice for Colin when he wakes up.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas.
Sue's in her boudoir that she now shares with Laura. We're at a new residence. And notice the huskiness and sexiness of my voice.
Yeah, I've got husky voice.
And I'm looking very sexy this morning, thank you. Yes. Especially for the camera.
How about those Santa socks? Let's have a look at them.
I'll have to go in here. Hang on. Oh, look, this is the new house.
New house, look. Christmas tree. Beautiful.
Oh, I have to be upside down. Hang on.
And what time is it, Laura? 11.
Hang on.
It's 11 o'clock. Got the bars
I think we're actually drunk because Santa's just a bit hazier. Hang on, going this way. Right, bar's open and we're going to have a Christmas orgasm.
We are, to start the day.
Am I the bar person?
Mm-hmm. Okay. Come on, Tom. You've done it before.
Contract here.
Just take my one out.
Is this the... Oh, okay.
Better be quick because...
Okay, I'll just do one.
Better be quick because Greg's in bed.
Last night I had my Vicks and my inhaler and my droppies for my nose.
Oh, beautiful.
It was great. Thanks. Just put them down there.
Okay. We'll come back when we're pissed.
We'll come back to you.
Do we have a little song while we're...
That's all right. It's not going to be hard.
The winner thing from... Did you get that on tape? Yeah. Well, we're back on. It's 2 minutes from when we last spoke to you. And yes, we are orgasm.
Yeah.
How does it feel, Laura? As good as the last one you tried?
Yes.
What she's having?
Yes.
We've got that on tape. And Sue, you've poured that really... Cheers. Beautiful. And we're...
a few Christmas treats last night. We're continuing.
Sue went out. I didn't. Laura came
They
home.
all piked it last night.
Oh, no, we were just little Christmas bunnies who just needed a little bit of rest. That's all.
We put the turkey in.
Yes.
And Amory reckons only going to take an hour. We thought 3.
3? No,
2
way.
hours. Oh, we'll go halfway to 2 hours. Do you want to come and see our turkey? Come.
Oh, my God, let's come. All right, now.
Oh, watch the step.
Watch the step. Now, someone's going to have to drink me.
Mind the gap.
Okay, I'm coming now. We're walking now through...
Little Greggy's still sleeping.
Oh, Greg's still sleeping.
Be quiet.
Here we go. There's a step. Okay, there's another step.
The dining room?
The dining room. With the bites and everything.
Would you like to meet the neighbours?
And we'll meet the neighbours. We wanted me to see what they're watching on television. Because we did before.
It was The Simpsons before.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. We can't see now. We better go before they come. And now we're into the... Laura's now going to show us...
Chef's kitchen.
Oh, shit. Oh, God, it's hot. And... Oh, God, look at that.
Oh, look.
Oh, yeah.
Wow,
Okay.
Okay.
Hell, it's hot, isn't it?
I'm glad we haven't got...
Now, what's out here?
This is the backyard.
This is just a classic, and this is just typically English. Look at their big backyard. It's Golden Grove.
Do you want to feel how cold it is?
How cold is it?
Camera? You can't...
Oops. We've got a problem with the window. Okay, the camera's going outside now. Make sure you don't...
It's fun. There's no snow.
There's no snow, look.
We wanted a white Christmas.
Oh, at least they've got a little bit of garden. Oh, shit, this isn't too... Oh, shit, that wind's cold. I'm going back. The camera's now... Oh, that's it. Okay.
Right.
Well, I think we'll sign off for now and we'll have another...
We'll come back with the veggies.
We'll come back with the veggies. Oh, there you are.
Yeah.
Yeah. We just thought we'd... Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas!
Alcohol and woke up, didn't you?
How are you, poo shooter?
How do you feel?
I've got that on tape.
Goes back.
Oh, wait a minute.
Poo shooters go for poo.
Oh my God. Righto, we've got you.
Something really great. Someone in here.
All right, okay. I've got that on tape. That's a disgrace. Your brother is a yobbo.
Righto. Really manage it. He doesn't take after me, obviously.
Obviously. All right, from the poo shooter to you. Ciao for now. Now we can't look at these. It is.
It's quite big over here.
This is Christmas morning, and we're watching Rolf Bloody Harris.
He's going to break the wobble board out in a minute.
Is this serious? Is this a serious program?
Yeah. At the World Cup, he sang a song.
He sang the world song at the World Cup.
You know, he sang Tommy Tango Dance Squad at the World Cup.
That's disgraceful.
I think he was wearing that shirt at the time.
That's like us having Patsy Biscoe sing at the AFL.
I think that's enough of Rolf.
I think that's enough, Rolf. Shall we cut there?
Yeah.
Now, Greg has just opened case. I mean, not...
Whatever.
What was I say? Greg just opened Greg's... And what have you got, Kay?
A lovely cooking book.
Just what every girl wants.
A
Just what I've always wanted.
Actually, in here we got a 12-month subscription to evening.
It's a family Christmas happening here. And isn't that... Oh, listen. Greg, I've got that on tape.
Another shirt to wash the car with.
I'm just going to go this side.
Your mum's going to see that.
This is on tape now.
We will have our version and the parents' version.
And
PO.
Now,
Parents only.
what is it?
Oh, another shirt.
Oh, and it's not a...
Oh, it's got Bill. Oh, I think you can actually wear that one.
I can wear this one out in public.
I actually bought it.
Oh, that's why you can actually wear it.
Oh, lovely, Sue.
Hey, it's still got the price tag on it still? It's still got the tag on it.
Oh, yeah. On special. No, lovely, Sue.
Cool.
That's absolutely lovely.
Your parents.
Put it back.
I think you should wear it today.
I'll wear it, yeah. Underneath my shirt, I'll wear that.
I think you should. That's lovely.
That's absolutely.
So thank your mum and dad for that.
Oh, it's Mum and Dad.
Thanks, Mum and Dad.
Thanks for getting Mum and Dad for getting Susan to pick my present this year.
So we've got that now. What else? Who else is next?
Sue's next.
Sue's next.
These are yours, Sue.
Here's Susan's presents.
Sue's presents.
Here's Sue's presents here.
Oh, they're
Susan's
presents. They're lovely. They're lovely.
This email from Brother Greg. Lovely.
Sue, your voice. What's happened to it?
It's gone a bit hoarse.
It's gone a bit like...
Yeah, husky.
Yeah, it's very husky.
It's doing a bit of Alice from Vicar of Dibley, isn't it?
It's not as husky as you would say.
Oh, thanks.
She's sexy.
Thanks, baby. Behave.
You can't quite get the phlegm that you got this morning as well.
Hey,
Look at this.
because the phlegm's on the Christmas tree. Right, there we go. Look, there.
It's sick this morning.
Thank you. I zoomed on that. It froze.
How uncouth. Popping a big loogie on like
Right.
Oh, lovely.
What is it?
Hey, this is cool. These are in style.
What is it?
Yeah. I know style.
Next too.
Oh.
Kay picked those then.
Look at that.
You see here?
No.
Oh, that is shocking. Gregory.
No, it was lovely. I picked that one only the other day.
Very nice.
I'll be able to go out in the town with this now.
Yeah.
Okay, you can go to O'Neill's. You can go to O'Neill's and pick up a few blokes.
Yeah.
It's not hard.
Oh, well, if it's not hard, it's not worth it.
I've got this on tape.
This is our version.
Oh, you can open it.
Now, just for the record, Sue has only had one orgasm, and as you can,
And Marie's had multiple orgasms.
I've had multiples, and I feel fine.
Lovely.
Now, what's going on here? Kay just received.
Oh, I like that big star. All barker and stuff.
Oh.
In English, you see.
Yeah, what are you trying to say, Sue?
No, that's Mum.
All right. Picked by you, though. I'm not going to first duck as well, Dick.
Oh.
The baby.
Zoom in on that duck. Oh, that duck. Oh.
What bloody baby?
Oh, baby. Now, this is for Mr. Oh, new dad. New dad.
That's P.
Oh, sorry. We're supposed to edit that.
It looks like Dad.
New bag.
No, they are getting married. It's fine. There won't be a big wedding dress.
I was 22. And she's not pregnant.
I heard that. That's shocking.
Anyway.
What are you having? What's this?
Lovely.
What's that?
Did you watch?
Oh my
I
God.
need it because I lost my other one. I can take this one travelling.
She's always losing things.
Yeah.
She lost her watch in my car.
I'll work out to actually how to open it up. I'll work that out later. Just pop it here. Okay.
Now who's next?
Got that from Del Boy.
This is... Yeah.
That's
for me.
Remember how you're only supposed to film for 10-second bursts?
I know. Excuse me, there is a rule about family. Family shots can go for hours.
As long as we have rude bits in between.
Oh no, that's lovely.
That's really nice.
What is it? We can't see it on the video.
Sorry, hold on. It's a necklace. 2 necklaces.
Oh,
Not as good as the one I picked out, though.
of course.
And a photo album.
Oh, very cute. That's for the baby photos, by the way.
Your mum's going to be ringing up soon saying
she's not seeing it.
Oh, I hope not.
Anyway.
Right, who's next?
That's it now.
Oh, the bottle. I mean
The budget ran out. No more.
our presents.
Okay, there's a red one.
There's a red one and a...
This one over here.
Oh, who's this from?
The Raw Paris CD.
Oh, no, that's what we've always wanted to.
The CD.
I don't know. First guess.
You can't tell through by it. She doesn't even disguise them, does she?
No.
She could have put them in...
Lovely. 100% hits.
Australian hits.
Oh, shit.
Techno, is it all that?
Oh, yeah, he loves that.
Does he?
Yeah.
Bopping away last night on the dance floor.
Was he?
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God, I wish I could have seen that.
Ooh. We'll bang that on in a minute.
Happy with that?
It's a
So
pleasure.
it's not Mariah Carey's greatest Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Thank Christ for that. I listen to that every year.
Actually, the one that's playing in the stores at the moment is actually quite good.
Okay.
This is actually good.
Oh,
Thank you, Greg. He loves to put your foot in it. He goes, oh, it's really... Oh, this is actually quite...
so Sue's actually bought you something you can use.
Yeah. 30 years, mind you. No. Lovely.
Well, I didn't get best hits of the 80s.
Now where's those bottles? Can you pass those bottles to blue for boys, red for girls? I mean, they're not bottles really, they're bombs.
Molotov cocktail.
However, there'll be something you can...
She said you liked it, so
Can we get you a glass now?
Yeah.
Now, hopefully you like that, Gregory.
You shouldn't have done that, you know.
No,
yeah, we want to see you drunk.
Yeah.
When I wake up feeling really shit, I'll be thinking of you.
Thank you. We feel
Merry
so
Christmas from us.
Yeah, that's enough.
Yeah. Lovely.
We finished.
We finish? Sue says cut. All right.
I'm going to pencil mark this too before we go.
Oh,
Yeah, exactly. I think you should take it with us.
Sealed. I think we'll take yours with you too.
Yeah.
okay. We've almost done 8 minutes. I think that's enough of
I
Christmas
think
time.
it's more than enough.
More than enough.
More than enough.
Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas!
Yeah.
Bye. Now, Sue, what are you doing?
Look, I'm just about to wrap Kay's present because Kay wanted a cat for Christmas.
Mm.
So we just sort of, Greg sort of asked me just to sort of look after it
Okay.
before he gives it to Kay. So
Yeah.
I'm just about to sort of feed the cat. So I'm just getting the milk from the fridge.
Yeah.
Now we just have a look at this cat.
Yeah.
It's asleep at the moment. So just be careful. Shh, don't wake it up. Shh.
Oh,
Look at that.
oh my God. I think it's had an orgasm.
Pussy.
It's flat out like a lizard drinking. Oh, Lord.
Okay, let's fill up his...
Oh, let's just fill up a bit of milk.
Okay, so... Pussies do have orgasms. Hang on.
Bit of milk, yeah,
Hang
that's
on,
enough.
we might just wake it up because it's...
Let's just wake it up.
Wake up.
Wake up. Oh, yeah, there we go. There's a bit of life there. Oh, shit. Oh, Sue, put it back. It's scaring the camera. Stop it. Oh, we'll get Cyril the Christmas cow onto you.
Go, pussy.
Off you go. Back you go. Into you.
Okay, back to sleep now. Okay,
back to sleep.
Okay, nice pussycat. Okay.
Oh, look.
Okay, there
beautiful.
we go.
That's it. Goodbye. Thank you. Good night, pussy. Are you on?
Yes.
Laura, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Anne-Marie.
Here at Lakenstein and that beautiful spread.
What have we got?
We have turkey, mushrooms, potatoes, carrots, zucchini and Brussels sprouts.
We started at 10:30. It's now 2:15 and it's just
perfect.
And candles, compliments of Laura. Vanilla bean ones, might I add.
They probably make us sick with our orgasms. Beautiful.
And Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Oh, the girls have just done a cracker. And what have you got, Laura? A star?
A blue hat.
A blue hat. And Sue, now, this is important, Sue. What have you got? You've got a...
Look at this.
Oh, a ring. No, it goes on the other finger. Oh.
Isn't it pointing away?
No, it's that one. It's this ring that actually means it. Okay, joke. You two, in intermission, what does Santa say when he works in the garden?
He's pathetic.
Did anyone else get a joke?
Hey, no, I've got playing cards.
It's raining cats and dogs outside. I know, I just stepped into a pool.
Anne-Marie's playing cards.
The camera thinks it's funny.
Come and find your joke.
I don't know where my joke is.
Oh, we'll find your joke.
We'll find my joke and we'll get back to you. Merry Christmas.
Go get you.
Oops. Let's take the cap off and it's ready. Anne-Marie, just bend over and pick up where you found it. Oh, God. She dropped it on the floor. Anne-Marie's joke is...
Where were the first French fries made?
Oh, I don't know, Anne-Marie. Where were the first French fries made?
In Greece.
Oh, that's right. I'm glad we found that.
That was worth waiting for.
How's the meal, ladies?
It is
beautiful.
Fantastic.
No, it's bloody beautiful.
It's bloody beautiful.
Okay. He's now just making us nice and cozy. What's the song?
Normally I don't like Christmas paper, I recycle it. However, I'm in London.
We have no newspaper, so we've got a whole pile of Christmas paper because, as you know before, we've opened up all the presents. I might just move back a bit. And I had to go lighting the fire this morning, but as Chris would know, I'm pretty crap at lighting a fire. So
She tried.
Yeah, Anne-Marie's now going to create a bushfire
here.
Look,
it's green. See the green tinge?
Oh.
Can you see it?
I hope so.
Pick up it's from the paper.
Oh,
look at it!
It's a Christmas fire. It's green.
Fire,
how long's it going to
different
last?
colours.
5 minutes, it'll be out.
Bullshit. Look at this. It's green and
green.
yellow.
Hey, you know what the green is? Copper.
From the what? From the
paper?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
It's pretty.
We have a Christmas fire.
Can you go red now?
Don't. We've got orange happening.
Is that the foil or is that the Christmas
I don't know
paper?
what it was. I've no idea.
Well, it's happening. We'll come back and see if it's actually lit.
Thank you very much.
So I've got 2 Cyrils.
Okay.
I reckon it's the second one.
Cyrils
Second.
now a bit
The
dry.
third is...
How can you strobe when there's nothing moving?
It just does it.
It'll just do it.
Okay, anyway, let's get into it. Hang on.
Does it say strobe at the bottom?
That says mix.
No, keep going.
No.
Next one.
Okay.
Does it say strobe?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Woo! Cyril, what are you doing?
Are you recording?
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
Who is this, Sue?
Right, this is Cyril. This is Cyril the Christmas cow. We picked him up in Ireland, and he was actually guarding the bus, and wow, what are you doing, Anne-Marie? Look at this, check this out. Woo! But we're going to take him on this trip because whenever we feel stressed, we just have to squeeze Cyril, and we feel nice and relaxed, and he comes back to life. But we are going to take Cyril everywhere we go, so he's going to have a fantastic holiday. Okay, so that's Cyril.
See you, Cyril.
We've got the strobe happening still.
That would make it an exciting fire.
Yeah, but this is the fire. As we said, 10 minutes later, it's just about all smoke, and the fire is dying. And the
Show us your
fire's dying.
Stick your finger up at it. Go on. Go, blow, Anne-Marie.
Anne-Marie is having a good blow, and look what's happening.
Hey, it's kind of light. It's light. It's on fire, baby. Your baby. Do you make me feel horny, baby? Oh, dear me. This is a messy business, lighting fires here.
Hello, baby.
Have another drink.
Oh, yeah, another drink.
What time?
It's time? It's 3:10, and we're having another orgasm.
10 past? Oh, yeah.
And we just had a beautiful lunch.
And we're...
Unsuccessful.
We'll come back when this fire goes. Yeah. We're hot.
Keep blowing.
She's a good blower, Jeff.
Shut up. That wasn't funny. We'll edit that bit.
Oh, we're on.
You're on.
We're on. No one's in camera view because
Toasty
we just watched ourselves. Oh, no, can you just see my socks? I want my socks.
We've seen your socks.
No, I want the whole... You saw them upside down. Can you see them now?
Notice the beautiful fire.
There's Santa socks.
Santa.
Don't get too close to the fire, you
You're
burn.
getting that heel in the wrong place.
Yeah, no, I haven't.
Beautiful.
How long has this taken? 20 minutes. We've just viewed all our things.
It's taken 20 minutes.
We've amused us.
No.
Take a look at while in here.
I am. I'm videoing you going...
Okay, would you like me to do a tour of the lounge?
I don't know what
Just pan round.
It's on strobe. Better get rid of that. Oh, wow. Look at Anne-Marie's. Oh, shit. Solaris, sepia. Fade. Ah. This is Anne-Marie's birthday present. Oh, I was trying to zoom it. Oh. Isn't that pretty? Yes, I've got all the candles going. It's very romantic in here. And look,
romantic.
there's nobody in here to enjoy it. There's our Christmas tree of mandarins. That's just beautiful. And the box of chocolates that we've devoured. And we're coming around to a beautiful Christmas tree. Pardon me. Right.
Don't get me in it.
You're in. I think we need that CD up.
Well, then we can do some dancing around.
Can we put the strobe on then? Yeah?
Have to put the music up.
Okay, hang on. What are you doing?
Oh, stop that. I'm eating more.
We were romantically in there and she's doing... It's dark in here to have a disco. Grow things, aliens. As you can see, we can put it in a container. Oh, ow. This is our alien. He's going to emerge from his pod in 1.5 hours. And in 4 days, he's going to double his size. We'll come back and find out. Oh my goodness, what's happening here? We have an alien slowly emerging from the pod. It's going to attack us in the middle of the night. Better beware. Now 2 hours. And he has completely
ejaculated
from his little thing, he is now going to grow to 3 times his size.
Oh, God.
Oh, my goodness. Where's the strobe? Oh, mirror. Ooh.
Sorry.
And I think Greg would probably...
What? That is a car.
Greg and Sue are coming together and they're winning.
That's what mine looks like, so I'm quite the same.
Way you'd get engine. But everyone's calling out car, and then I pointed towards it, and she said engine.
Oh, this is where the fighting starts.
Boo hiss. So it's back to us now?
Have we got a dummy to spit later?
So the wedding's off.
Well, it's like...
Okay, now listen to everyone else's conversation.
Yeah, we should be the little woman of our own.
6. What a pity. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh,
We'll have to play for a second. Now you're drawing, Sue, so...
Oh, you'll be drawing it.
Well...
Okay.
It's an all play.
If it's an all play. What's yellow?
What is it?
If it's an all play.
If it's an all
the red
play.
side.
Tasmania.
No.
Oh my god, I don't know my geography.
Let's have a look.
There's the water. The ocean.
Oh, God. Oh, I ain't going to get that.
Surfing.
Oh, my God.
Miami.
Then my mother and putting them back in there.
So is it? It's
Venezuela.
A minute.
No, going.
Skinny men on a surfboard, I don't know.
He's losing his touch now.
Sorry. Bermuda Triangle.
Horse. 10, 9, 8,
No.
7, 6. Those 2 letters, really. 1. Time up.
What was that?
Time up.
Oh, I can't.
Oh, no. He's going to marry or whatever. What do you reckon, Anne-Marie?
I don't know. I don't think she's going to say yes. I think she's going to say no.
What do you think?
I think she should dump him now.
Oh,
What's all happening here?
I know.
In the affair household.
And, yeah, we'll just get back to you and we'll get Anne-Marie to retell the whole of EastEnders. I can't see it because this has been... Oh, no. Oh, he just got beat up because he has been sleeping with that man's wife.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God.
And then the other gossip just told on them. This is so exciting. Oh, what's that say? Our time is now.
I think the wife gave him that watch.
We've run out of coal.
Yeah.
And we're sitting here freezing.
Dark.
So we'll...
And it's 3:30.
When they took that
3:30.
man.
What sort of man that I am?
He's been crying because he's been telling this man with the funny hat has been telling him off. Oh.
5 minutes, put everything you want in a bag and get out.
Oh,
He's kicking it out.
How old is he?
He's 22 and she's 52.
And
Double his age.
So when he's 32...
Double his age.
More than double his age.
Maths teacher.
Maths teacher.
Oh my God.
Knocking on 60. What do you reckon about that, Anne-Marie?
No, sorry, I couldn't do it. I'd have to know. No, sorry.
This is the bitch, Rosa, that dobbed her in.
Yeah.
Gossip her.
Bye, love.
She has hit the fan.
You're a big dibber-dobber. Oh, we'll just get off him. She's back. Okay. It's Christmas on EastEnders, and at least it's been snowing there. I hope we get to see some snow. Very, very exciting episode. Day 4. And this is how our monster has turned out. Oh, yuck. Oh, this is gross. Ah!
He's supposed to be able to fit around my hand. Well, he's sort of, oh, he's a bit floppy. That is disgusting. He fitted into that. Can you imagine kids playing with that? Ooh, see?
No, it's an alien being.
It's horrible.
It's slimy.
Well,
bring him back.
Greg can keep him, I think.
Thanks, Roy.
We're currently in a crowd, and yes, there is a man on stilts. Oh, yeah, I've just got him. In fact, there's two. There they are. Yep, and I've just walked past. That's going to make an interesting shot for later on, isn't it? Not very interesting, really. Where are we? Where are we, Sue? We are at...
We're on the Royal Mile.
We're on the Royal Mile at Edinburgh, and we're awaiting...
lovely cobblestone street.
Gorgeous. We are waiting for 1,000 playing the bagpipes. And currently, oh, there they are. There's the bagpipe. There's the stilts men being run over by the police. Here he comes. He's coming back again. So we've been waiting here for a little while now. But it's like a Christmas pageant, except it's like a lot colder.
And a lot more people.
And a lot more people. Yep, here he is. He's looking very attractive, my man.
You said it was like watching the crows parade.
Oh, well, yeah, that's true. All right, well, we'll leave it. Thanks, countdown, and we'll stop there. We're almost about to start, I think, because here comes the horses. Yeah. And there they go. Aren't they beautiful? Oh, it's going to be crispy. Oh dear. He's not happy.
He's dribbling.
Oh, the poor thing. All we can hear. Uh-oh, this one's getting a bit frisky too. Funny how they get... Oh, what are they doing? They're going to dance. Are they? Yeah, they're getting in formation. They're getting in formation. Okay, we've got this all on video, girls. Fascinating. Very lucky. Right, we'll stop there because people are coming up. This must be a sign that things are going to start, because here we have...
I think that's just 3 days.
Oh, are they? Oh, okay. And up here we have a Christmas tree. Isn't that pretty? And over here we have people out of windows, and then Laura's head, and then we have a cabin. It's amazing. Oh, somebody else is here. But there's people everywhere. There's that red horn lady. I'm trying to get her in. There she is. She's got flashing red horns on her head. Julie Martin should do something like that. Well, I think this is the royal family making a late appearance in sunny Scotland. There they go. Yeah, how beautiful is that? Yeah, that's going to make great videoing. Yeah, beautiful. We now have Barbie and Ken doing their impersonation of... Ken's looking great. He's recently had a haircut, except he only asked for a number 4, but gee, he lucked out. So look at this. Oh, yes. He's trying to be serious. She's being glamoured, miss. Oh, is she? And move it. And the way it looks on this video, look, he looks like he's touching her breast.
I bet you they're running out of paper.
You haven't seen this anywhere, you're saying. So here we go. It's fantastic. Well, we're going to pan off of that now because it's 7:30. And there goes the policeman in the background. Yeah, that's a pretty good shot.
Yes.
And cuts to them. And here they come. This is quite unbelievable. Whoa. And you can hear them, obviously. And this parade has 2,000 people in it. So that's quite important. why there's so many people outside this little pub, is because the bagpipe people have just gone inside there and they are literally playing in there. I don't think you can see it.
Bagpipe
The bagpipe people. You can't see it. But anyway, we've just had a fantastic Italian authentic meal. It was beautiful, and I have my seafood one. I've been hanging out. And now we're going
now
down
looking
there.
over
What's
the
that,
garden.
Laura?
This is the gardens, and there's a fun fair down there, and there's an ice skating rink. And straight over there, that road where the cars are, is Princess Street, and we're just coming from the old side. Oh, look, all those, oh, you didn't see it, all the little horses, the police horses.
Oh, no, I missed them.
Yeah, so we're walking the long way home, and yeah, let's go.
Okay. Walking the long way home. Okay, here we go. I'm walking. Now I have to stop because I'm going to trip over. Okay, this is the park. And there is the castle. As you can see from miles around, so you never know, you never get lost. Well, we've just come from over there, that's the old town. Hello, Anne-Marie.
Hello. As you can see, I'm in my attractive attire. I do have glovies on.
You can dance though.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
I like the music. Okay, we're heading over. Oh, hello! This is Princess Street, and that tall monument there's got 265 steps. We'll climb it soon. Okay, we're on our way home. We're going that way, and then over, and then over, and then back around past the castle and home. There's the ice skating again. We have to. Today is, what day is it today, girls?
New Year's Eve.
It's New Year's Eve, and
what date would that be, Melanie?
I think that was a private joke.
What date's New Year's Eve?
And as you can see, I'm just going to pan around this beautiful room.
A 5-star.
This one is fantastic. We've even got a little basin. And now we're going to pan into, yes, Cyril the Christmas cow is getting out, has come out of the closet, and he's about to have a bit of a swig of Madeira and lemonade just to start the day off. There we go. See? Look at that. Yep. We might carry him around with us. So we're about to join 400,000 people to bring in the new year.
First of all,
what?
you're supposed to say Happy Hogmanay.
Happy Hogmanay. Hogmanay, sorry.
Hogmanay.
Hogmanay.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Flesh.
She keeps calling them flesh. We'll go from there. Bye. Okay.
Ready?
Yeah.
These are the tickets to the Hogmanay New Year's Eve.
Don't move it.
Sorry.
So what do you do with it, girls?
Well, you take it off of here, rip it off, and you put it around your wrist. Yeah. And apparently these were worth a lot of money.
Yeah,
How much?
You can sell these for 50 quid.
For 50 quid. Yeah. And we got them for, well, free. So
yes.
So we've got to make sure that we don't lose them, because if we lose them, we're in big trouble.
That's right, otherwise won't let us in.
And we might not get anyway because they're closing off the gates at 4.
Yeah.
And we have to hang around until...
We're a bit worried, aren't we? But hopefully we'll be okay, because we're going out to this big B&S piss-up today.
B&S?
Well, it's like a B&S.
Yeah.
With Australians and New Zealanders, and we all just drink ourselves stupid.
I mean, bloody Australians can't get away from them.
And Sue's taking her camera. Sue's taking her camera so that there can be evidence. So look out.
Hey, it's 9 o'clock, so when's Australian New Year?
1 o'clock. 1 o'clock today.
1 o'clock.
So that's 4 hours.
4 hours to go.
And you're probably having a lovely New Year at home.
Yeah, Happy New Year, Australia.
Happy New Year.
But hi, Mark. Hope you're having. Is that Michelle's husband? Who's?
Yes, Michelle's husband.
Yeah.
Hi, Pity. Your bugger. I'll get you fist. By now.
Okay. We're on.
We're on.
That was just a picture of William the Bruce before. This is Stirling Castle. I have got a rotten cold from last night, New Year, so I won't be doing much talking. I'm just going to have a look. Who's that?
handle a history lesson, but that's what it's going to be, so I hope it doesn't bore you all too much. And the first thing to say then is that Stirling Castle first entered recorded history in the early 1100s when a chapel was dedicated here upon the rock during the reign of King Alexander I. And between that date and 1603, when King James VI of Scotland went south to become not only King of Scots, but also King James I of England, Stirling Castle was a favoured residence of the Scottish royal family. It's important to point out that the significance of Stirling lies not primarily with the castle, but rather with the bridge across the River Forth down in the flat castland below. Historically, Stirling is the lowest crossing point over the Forth. All traffic moving between northern and southern Scotland had to cross the Forth here at Stirling. So whoever held this castle was able to control the traffic crossing the bridge, and particularly during times of war, this was an important advantage to have. That's why so many key battles in Scottish history have been fought immediately before the walls of Stirling Castle, some of the most important of which date from the first phase of the Scottish Wars of Independence, fought between this kingdom and our good friends in the south, the English. Now, in 1286, Alexander III of Scotland died, and he was quickly followed to the grave in 1290 by his only heir, his infant granddaughter Margaret, the Maid of Norway. At that point, this kingdom was plunged into political chaos as two warring factions, the Balliols and the Bruces, both competed for the vacant throne. Now, fearing civil war, members of the Scots political community made the fateful decision to turn to their erstwhile friend in the south, Edward I of England. They asked Edward to step in to keep the warring factions apart and to adjudicate upon the matter as to who would be the next King of Scots. This Edward was to do, finding in favour of John Balliol, but he was first to intimidate the Scots into acknowledging him as overlord of Scotland. It was to mean that the Kingdom of Scotland was subordinate to the Kingdom of England and entailed the loss of Scottish independence. Faced with the alternative of civil war and or English invasion, the Scots had little option but to comply. However, by 1296, when a degree of national unity had been restored, the Scots, in an attempt to regain their independence, declared war upon Edward I. And this ushered in a period of hostility between Scotland and England that was to last for over 300 years, during which time successive English kings raised the issue of overlordship, although in truth the last one to try and convert that claim into reality through military conquest was Edward III. In the 1330s, he, like his grandfather Edward I before him, was to fail in his Scottish objectives. Now, two of the most important battles fought in the first phase of the war, when Scotland's very existence hung in the balance, were fought immediately before the walls of Stirling Castle. The first was the Battle of Stirling Bridge, fought on the 11th of September 1297, in which a Scots army under William Wallace defeated an English force led by the Earl of Surrey. Over to your right in the distance, if you can see above the assembled heads, you'll see a small hillock, and perched atop it, the National Wallace Monument. The hill is known as the Abbey Craig, and it was from this Abbey Craig that the Scots army under Wallace descended to attack the English force under Surrey as they tried to cross the bridge over the Forth onto the northern shore of the river. And the monument itself was built in the 1860s in commemoration of that victory, and also of Wallace's contribution to the preservation of Scottish independence. A more important battle fought before the walls of the castle in the first phase of the war was the Battle of Bannockburn, fought over the 23rd and 24th of June 1314. And that year, the castle here was held by an English garrison under the Governor Sir Philip Mowbray. And in June of 1314, Edward II of England came north with a huge army in an attempt to relieve his beleaguered garrison here at the castle, and also to try and exert his authority over Scotland. But as he approached Stirling, he found his path was blocked at Bannockburn by Robert Bruce, King of Scots, and the army of the Scottish nation. Now, around 4 miles to the southeast of the town, you can usually see a white flagpole just beyond the houses before the fields reach up to the sky. But unfortunately today, the sun has conspired against us, so you just have to take my word for it that it is there. Now, this flagpole indicates the location of the Scottish Royal Standard at the Battle of Bannockburn, which ensued. That battle, against the odds, was a complete triumph for the Scots under Bruce, and although it in itself did not win the war, it certainly marked a decisive turning point, paving the way to the Scots' ultimate triumph in the first phase of the war, when, in 1328, the English government were forced to acknowledge Scottish independence under the Treaty of Edinburgh. After the good victory at Bannockburn, King Robert had Stirling Castle completely destroyed for fear that it could again fall into the hands of an invading English army. So the castle that you visit today bears no resemblance to the castle as it would have looked during the heady days of Wallace and Bruce. The current castle has been built piecemeal over several centuries. The area that extends from where we stand just now down and round towards the main gate at which you all entered is known in its entirety as the outer defences. And these were built between 1708 and 1714 during the reign of Queen Anne. They were built in an attempt to fortify this main entrance here to the medieval castle. Now, the defences were considered necessary at that time to reflect the political turmoil in Great Britain. In 1688 there occurred the Glorious Revolution, when the Roman Catholic James VII and II was removed from his Scottish and English thrones and replaced by his Protestant daughter Mary and her husband William of Orange. Between that revolution and 1746, the main line of the exiled Stuarts, allied with their supporters, the Jacobites, were to make repeated attempts at restoring the Stuarts to their ancient kingdoms by force. These defences that you're standing on were constructed here at Stirling by the British government in an attempt to frustrate just such a Stuart restoration. Now, in front of you, extending along the entire width of the castle, we have the structure known as the forework to the late medieval citadel, and this was built in the first decade of the 16th century during the reign of King James IV. At either end of the forework we have a tower. To the left, the still intact Prince's Tower, which at one time housed the schoolroom of King James VI in the 1570s. He was educated here by the eminent Latin poet and humanist George Buchanan. It was within the middle window that the King's schoolroom was located. Far to the right, there would have been another tower of similar dimensions, the Elphinstone Tower, but today, all that remains of this structure are the lower two floors. The upper two were demolished in 1689 at the height of the Glorious Revolution and replaced with a 3-gun battery in an attempt to improve the castle's defences. In the middle, we have the main entrance to Stirling Castle, the James IV Gatehouse. When it was originally constructed, it would have consisted of 4 towers, rather than the 2 that you see today, and each of these towers would have been twice the height of the remaining structure and topped with conical roofs. It would have formed quite an imposing entrance to the castle. In fact, immediately to the left of the gatehouse, you'll see the base of one of the original towers. Now, the forework has decayed through the passage of time, but also through warfare. One notable example coming in August 1651, when the castle was besieged by Oliver Cromwell's English parliamentarian troops under General Monk. The castle, of course, was held by a royalist garrison, determined to uphold the authority of King Charles II. Around 500 metres from where we stand, again you'll see the bell tower of the Church of the Holy Rood, Stirling's parish church. It was on top of this bell tower that General Monk placed his cannon to besiege the castle, and immediately to the left of the gatehouse, you'll see where the formal dressed stone gives way to a section of more roughly hewn masonry. This original damage to the forework is traditionally said to have been caused by Monk's cannon during that 1651 siege. It was a successful siege. The royalist garrison fell, and was a milestone on Monk's journey to the conquest of all Scotland. We'll move from here down through the portcullis into the medieval castle itself, if you'd like to follow me. By the hereditary keeper of Stirling Castle, the Earl of Mar. It was the castle's garrison here under the Duke of Bell. It went north by around 7 miles to a rather barren and bleak spot. Elaborate statuary, most of which depicts classical gods and goddesses and planetary deities. It reflects the fact that Scotland was a participant in the intellectual movement of the Renaissance. Among the more interesting of these figures is the one to the furthest on the left. This is a man dressed in the garden.
date today, girls? It's the 2nd of January. You may not have been able to hear Laura say that because she's lost her voice. And
Lucky, I hear you say.
It's lucky I did not. It's a Sunday, and if I zoom in, girls, where were we? No, I'm zooming into the castle. And this is the castle up there, Edinburgh Castle. We're going to go and see that tomorrow. And that's where the fireworks were, and that's where Texas were playing. We couldn't hear a bloody thing. And if I go over to this side, yes, there's a big church, but this is where 180,000 people were down that Prince's Street. It was chaos. It was interesting. 8-year-olds playing. How ordinary is that?
This is what you saw all night.
That's what Laura saw all night. Big fat lips coming at her.
Big
it was
floppy one.
Big fat floppy one. Of course, Sue and I didn't get any tongue. Oh, there's one. Laura got that too. We'll stop there. Look how much weight I've put on. Where are we? We're at the Royal Mile. Not the Golden Mile, Laura. The Royal Mile, as you've been calling it. And this is where the bagpipes, the 1,000 guys and girls, walked down here the other night. We waited for an hour and a quarter in the freezing cold. And that's where Texas played up through there.
That's
is that
the
right?
castle, and down the other end of the Royal Mile is the church.
Yes, we think it's a church anyway.
The sun's gone, hasn't it?
Yeah, what time is it? Nearly 2 o'clock.
Look at those lovely cobblestones.
Fantastic. We've got to get the closest too. These walkways are everywhere. They're narrow, some are wider, they're fantastic.
And they're just little spaces in between the big buildings. There's the castle. What that is. I think that's the Jewel's whiskey factory.
And the witchery place on the left, whatever that is.
Oh.
Very cute.
This is the top end. Smile.
Oh, this is the filling station, the pub that we were at on New Year's Eve. It was packed.
We waited quite a while.
Waited for ages.
Wait half an hour in the line.
And then next doors is Gordon's, Victoria, which was fantastic Italian food. We had the best seafood pasta, I did, and you did as well. And you had, you had puttanesca. It was beautiful.
Okay, let's smell a video.
Okay, we're at the fudge kitchen at the moment. Susan brought some fudge, and now this bloke is going to pour it onto this slab, and we're about to watch it. And yes, we're about to do it. Watch this, people. And it's very, very hot. Oh my God! And that is
Laura,
what flavour is that? Chocolate. Chocolate.
Raw chocolate fudge, just scoop it into our double chocolate. What we're going to do with this is let it cool off just a little bit, and then add some big chunks of white Belgian chocolate into it.
Oh, I can smell it. Oh, I smell it.
Gives you a little bit of taste, a little bit of texture. Makes quite chunky and thick. Works very, very well.
Wow, there we go.
I'd like to lick it now.
That's the fudge.
Get very burnt.
You're going to leave the process there.
Oh, and he cleans his own.
First of all, I'd like to welcome you for having the experience of a time of night which they call in various parts of the world the witching hour.
No.
It's a time of night, well that's okay, it's a time of night that during which all the ghosts and ghouls and spooks and small French cards like the play. Where you're from, this probably starts at about 12 midnight. However, here in Edinburgh just tonight, just for you, courtesy of Mercury Tours, it starts 9 minutes past 7. We begin our tour, although you might find it slightly hard to believe, we begin our tour in the remains of what was once one of the most overcrowded, one of the busiest, one of the most ghoulish graveyards in all of Edinburgh's long history. Yes, it is a car park now. It's the car park of the High Court of Edinburgh, the highest legal office in Scotland. But from the 9th up until the late 16th century, ladies and gentlemen, this area that we are standing on now was home to hundreds upon thousands, if home is perhaps not the right word, hundreds upon thousands of rotting, decaying, putrid corpses, standing only yards, less than that, beneath your feet. to this moment. Now, overcrowding became such a problem in this graveyard that towards the end of the 16th century, such is its location, being on a slope next to the Royal Mile, and such is the propensity for it to rain here in Edinburgh. You might have heard that ugly rumour once or twice. It does rain here occasionally in Edinburgh. And you thank your lucky stars this new year that the weather's been glorious. That's you have a lot to thank for, yes. The rain would come down, the mud would get washed away, and these skeletons, these decaying bodies would get driven up to the surface and grin at people when they walk past. That's not really on. The authorities of Edinburgh thought, I know, let's stop burying people here. Fantastic idea, and that is what they did. Yes, they moved excess bodies out, the graveyard became defunct. Many years later, Tarmacadden covered it over, now a car park. Before this graveyard became defunct, however, it was the final resting place for one of the most important, one of the most well-known figures in all of Scotland's long history, the man most closely associated with the Reformation of the 16th century, John Knox. A hugely important figure, a hero or a villain, often depending on whether you're a Presbyterian or a Catholic, but we won't go into it. Their ears, the eyeballs starting to expand out as they screamed in agony, their tongue flapping away like so. It was great. They didn't have popcorn in those days. They brought oat cakes with them, and they would stand and... What? You all right, kids? You see all right? Take the kids up on the shoulders there, watch it. It was great. It was fantastic. They loved it. Half an hour, 45 minutes, this poor individual slowly expiring. Great entertainment. Well, the authorities of Edinburgh didn't quite view it that way. They were into the past. Charlton Heston couldn't have put it better himself. Epic, over the top, completely. 200 years, no less, back in Edinburgh's past. The vaults were built back in the later 18th century, used as workshops for less than 10 years. They were then abandoned, many of them abandoned in the mid-1790s. They then lay dormant, unoccupied, untouched by any form of human.
We're in the underground vault, and Laura's almost fallen over. She's in this red hazy thing. There you go. And it looks really scary to me. If I turn around, there you go, you can see these other people walking past.
Don't worry, that's just blood. Up above. Those erstwhile patrons of the ghost tour who ask too many complicated historical questions find their fate being... that's a tempting prospect sometimes, I'm joking, of course. It's water coming down from up above. It takes a few days to seep down from the roadway above. And it, apart from dripping down on our heads, and it can often be a lot greater volume than it is at the moment, of course, it causes these stalactite formations on the ceiling. These things that look like long spikes. That any minute I could press an unseen switch on the wall and descend down, down. We're not going to do that, of course. We don't have enough money for that. We're working on that. That's going to come next. Steven Spielberg install spikes in the wall. But this room, as I said, there were one or two instances where people had seen things that we thought maybe had some basis in reality. The reason why I say this one is because she saw what she thought was a naked man, and she ran out of the vaults, and her people that she were with, she couldn't find her. Apparently she had just ran up the Royal Mile, across Princess Street, away over to the other side of Edinburgh, and eventually found her way back to the hotel where she was staying, and extremely upset. Now, had she seen a naked Liam Neeson dressed in long groin, perhaps a naked Robbie Coltrane might have been nearer the... It was behind where you're standing now, you can see behind you there a mirror image of what we've just walked through on upper levels. If you cast your eyes upwards, you see a second level of vaults and then a third level of vaults. Now, just as an aside, these of course are more of the workshops that I was describing earlier on. This dark and potentially unpleasant room through here is home to the remains of an old medieval street going back to the 15th century, the name of Marlin's Wine. quite literally 15th century Edinburgh through here, the remains of some of the oldest streets in Edinburgh, time way before the Act of Union, way before the Reformation, before even here in Europe they knew of the existence of America, rather long time ago. We'll be just next door to where Bell's Wine used to terminate many years ago, right next to Marlin's Wine. We'll be just next door to where a set of particularly unpleasant circumstances took place towards the end of the 17th century. So carefully follow me through this way. It's quite dark in here, just take your time going through.
I'll videotape it now. Okay, Laura. How frightened are you? You look frightened.
The girls have just put on their little walkie-talkies and they can't hear a word I'm saying, so aren't they just really attractive? I have no idea what it is.
Pretty amazing. So you get a really good view of where we were. And the sea. I didn't realise it was so close.
It's true.
We're at Edinburgh Castle, which Laura's probably told you about, and I'm listening to this audio, and it's very interesting. It's amazing. I wonder no one broke in here. So high up. We're now in this museum. Sue's always wanted a bloke who's taller than her, and I think we've now discovered him. There he is. Whee. We've just come out of the museum into the freezing cold because it is very cold today. However, this place is huge, and it was taken over by the Scots and then the English, and the Scots and the English. They fought all the time. No wonder they hate each other. And there's Laura walking up the hill, and we'll stop it there. I had to take a video. We've just gone through Food Gate, which was one of the main gates into the castle, and yes, there's sunlight. I know that's not going to work well on the video. I just had to get it though because we don't see it very often. It goes down in about, or goes away by about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And here we are in one of the main entrances and areas, and of course the Suvi shops. And they cost a fortune, might I add. We now have more views, haven't we, Sue? Yes.
Absolutely stunning.
It is stunning, actually. The rain stopped. I'll give you another update report of the weather. But these are these scary steps. Which way? Yes?
The doggy cemetery.
The doggy cemetery. We were going to go there to the doggy cemetery because Sue wants to go there. And look at these scary steps. Boy. As you can see, as you can tell, I'm feeling lots better because my voice has come back. Thanks to the drugs. There we go. And there's Laura and Sue. And here we are at the dog cemetery. As you can see, they had a special place in these people's hearts. Probably because they could afford to feed them. Probably fed them the parts of the poor people who were dying down below down there in the sewers. And here is those cannons. They're amazing. And the fantastic view once again. Oop, that was a bit of a quick pan. We're in the oldest building in Edinburgh. It's a church dedicated to St. Margaret, who died when she heard that her husband had died in a battle. She died of a broken heart. Poor thing. Yeah, the son dedicated this to her. It's really cute. I just pan around. It's tiny and they still have weddings in here. You'd have to have no friends, but still. Can you imagine being up here? You're just about to blast a cannon out.
Onto the English.
Onto the English. And there we are. That's a great view. Pretty good camera work. We've now come the other side of this church. And it is amazing. And it's a huge courtyard. Not many people around today. It's Monday. Still a holiday. Most things are closed, actually. But we're going to make our way into the museum. This is one of the hugest fireplaces I've ever seen. It is huge. Imagine getting wood for that. No thanks. Let's put in another room with a huge fireplace. It's amazing. We're actually in this dining room still. If you look up here, it's so intricate, and it's still used as a dining room today. They have government functions in here. That'd be right, just for the rich. We're now in a great hall where they store the armour and the spears, as you can see on the walls. Pretty amazing. Once again. And here you can see all of these swords, all the way down. Now that is a sword. Oh my God.
Chop the veggies for that.
Now, Ned Kelly would have been proud of these people. Check it out. How on earth they walked in that is beyond me, let alone fight. And then...
Hang on, just look inside the leg. Look at the big space.
Where's the space?
In between the legs. It only goes up the front of the leg.
Oh, yeah. Hey, you're showing a bit of leg. Oh,
Yeah.
there's the crutch there too.
Easy to pee.
Very easy to pee. We've been
At least you
cold
wouldn't have to
though.
take it off like we have to take everything off.
Once again, huge fireplaces. I can't get over these things. And we're now at the entrance again, the entrance gate, which is up there. There you go. And as you can see, the cannons again. Way. And that's the way. You may ask what this is. Well, I got this for free today. It's a bargain. It's got coriander leaves on it. It's a natural product. You put it in your hair and your body, and it makes you look young. So I'm going to go and try it.
Okay.
Seeing as I'll be the oldest person on the bus in a couple of days, so I need some help. So I'll just go with my coriander and my jelly and all that.
No, we want to see it actually on your face.
No way. I don't think, look, it doesn't, oh God, it does. Ew. Oh, that's disgusting. Oh, God.
Hey, you look like young already.
Shut up. That's not funny. It's actually really gooey.
Do you need some, Sue?
I don't need it, no.
Okay, well, I've got a really big close-up.
Well, maybe now I do, yeah.
The dancing queen herself. And look how young she looks now. Straight out of the shower. Shake your head, darling. Look.
There you go.
It's on strobe too.
Oh.
Go dancing queen.
Here we are. It's the 5th of January and it is bloody cold. We're in Scotland. We've just left Edinburgh. We're on this Mac Backpackers tour. And there's Sue just there. And Laura is so ill, poor thing, but she's managing to survive. She's got her tissue box and everything here.
Drugs.
She's got her druggies, and she's there. Moxil, we needed that. And she's had a 15 hours sleep in that beautiful hostel that we stayed in.
With the top class.
With the very lumpy pillows and sleeping with, 20 women or something. Spacious, the woman said. Spacious.
Spacious.
That was a load of bullshit.
Bags everywhere.
Bags everywhere. Anyway, as you can see, snow. Look. I'm zooming. I'm doing a zoom. Oh, and there's also water on the glass. So, and as I'll just do a quick pan of the bars. There we go. There's some Australians there. In fact, there's half of us as Australians again. And, oh, shit. Sorry. Fell over. And there's what's his name? Is it Eddie? He got engaged on New Year's. And Roger, our tour guide, he's Scottish, he's a boot. And we're on our way, as you can see, to Inverness. And I think I'll leave it there. Ooh. Okay, we've just got out of the bus, and yes, it started to rain again. This is a building that was built in 1715 by the English. beach as a barracks, just to make sure the Scottish were doing the right thing. And we're about to climb. There you are. There's our bus, people. We're about to climb into there because apparently you can still go in there. And we've seen the fireplaces. So I'm going to go because my hands up. I just have to film this as I'm walking down here because this flat bit going up to the castle looks like a scene out of one of the Monty Python movies where they go up. I can't remember the bloody movie though. But I'll walk inside, and as you can see, there's Laura. She's feeling a bit better, which is good. And she's just going inside these barracks. And it's starting to rain again, so I'm doing this really quickly. Standing at the back of the barracks, and I have to get more animal shots. See? They're hairy things, cattle. And yeah, the wind is blowing. It's spitting with rain, and yes, there is snow in the background. It is cold. Whee.
Those cows down there.
I've got the cows. I have to do a panoramic shot because this is going to help with my Monty Python theory. See, there's snow in the background, and then there's this low-lying, lakey area. And then we're up here, the castle. It's not a castle, barracks. And the wind is blowing right through my tracky pants.
I would have been a thatched roof originally, and then I said in the 1930s when they brought in the new health and safety regulations, they got a tile, but so it ruined the culture, so people just moved it.
Okay, we can do this. Right, we're on day 2 in Scotland, and there are blue skies, and yes, in front of us that is snow. We're driving up through the highlands, and it is quite beautiful. There's Ed, the driver, and I'll stop there. As I said, it's day 2. We had a night of karaokeing last night, and yes, Mustang Sally came out again, but we're okay, feeling okay. And it's not raining, and guess what? No glove weather. Yeah. And here we go. That's a joke, private joke. You know, everyone's laughing at me. Yeah, and there's our guide. There he is. Do you want to say hello to the people back home? Oh, what was that?
Yeah, it'd be really small.
It was very small.
Yeah, take it out. Let's see how small it is.
Thanks, Rog. Thanks, Rog. There he is again. There's him in real life. That's him being nice now. Say hello. Where are we, Roger? We can't lip read Scottish. Can you do that again?
Scotland! We're in the northwestern Highlands, just past Achnasheen.
That sounds great. Even sexy. That sounds almost sexy. That sounds great.
Heading for the Kyle of the Palace.
Thank you. Thanks for that. We'll pan over to this way. Ta. There we go. I've almost... Snow mountains we have again. Snow mountains. Out of the bus, and Damien is walking to take a photograph. He's not turning around.
There he
Thank you. Work the camera, please.
How are we, guys?
Oh, we're very well. Where are we?
I think we're about 23 miles from the Isle of Skye, where I'll be getting off the bus and leaving this fine ladies to
Oh,
go
you'll be getting
and
off.
carry the flag for the rest of the trip.
How are we going?
But I'm sure the karaoke will still flow, and she has a fine voice.
Oh, thank you.
This one softened it last night. She went home early. 10:30, whereas we kicked on till about 2. And
Yeah.
my voice is still a bit dodgy after singing 6 songs last night, but I'm sure I'll rise to the occasion.
Under fake names, might I add.
Well, I had to, because the arseholes wouldn't let me go.
No. Now we're going to go to the scenery stuff after that.
Oh, boring stuff.
The boring stuff.
Gorgeous, eh?
And it really is. What is it? It's beautiful, as I say again. Snow-capped. Oh, there he goes again. God, he's rude. That was Roger again, the tour man.
Get Ed. Get.
And I've got Ed. Yeah, there's Ed. There's our bus driver. Who's now engaged.
Daniel.
And Daniel, the star singer.
Got the power line in there?
Got the power line in. I know, what a shame that's there. Could we shift it? Because that makes a very nice scenic shot. And it is beautiful. And we actually level with Greenland, according to Roger the Dodger. And now my hands are starting to get a little bit cold. Oh, there he is, Rog. And Ed, our bus driver. So it really is. I'm trying to get this dome thing. Beautiful. And thank God there's blue sky, because it makes me feel a tad better because yesterday was bloody shocking. We couldn't even hardly stand outside.
You're giving a weather report every day.
I know, because I have to, because we don't. It's just so cold. Okay.
It's beautiful, it's brisk.
Now it's brisk.
Okay, you're now being commentated by Sue. We're just giving Anne-Marie a rest. She's done well so far, but just tell you where we are. We're at the west end of Loch Cuddy. I actually remember that. So I'll just pan very slowly and just have a look at this extraordinary view. Actually quite high, travelling through the side of the loch. Okay, we'll finish there.
The other one really fast, though.
We've just left the Isle of Skye to drop some people off. We're only there for about 20 minutes. We didn't actually go over the bridge because it cost £36 to get over there, which is really expensive. And we're now at this castle, which is Castle Donaine, which is the castle which is filmed in Highlander and Mission Impossible. It is quite incredible. And apparently there's a family member, or members, are still living there. And it is, Sue's going to kill me for this, but it is a beautiful day. And Roger has even got, see, I've got the sun happening. Roger, our tour guide, has sunglasses on because it is, and I'm not supposed to film like that, but bad luck. It really is so much better than yesterday when we were at Loch Ness and I stayed inside because it was easier to do so. I'll take a photo. And there's our bus with Roger trying to look cool with his son.
Okay, this is the castle from a James Bond movie. How hang on. Where the girls go.
Pasarle un poco de nosotros. Vinieron a luchar.
Now we've just come from the bridge, and this is the view leading up to the castle. Or castle, however you want to say it. Imagine I'm the enemy and I'm about to attack, but look what I have to get up first. Oh my God.
Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let your hair down.
My hair. It's too goddamn hard. Look, we've just come to this old castle and look, it's a sewage pipe. Someone's just destroyed my perception of history. We've just walked up those stairs. What a great view. And now we are, there's Daniel there. Impressive, impressive. There's the entranceway. Remember that entranceway I was telling you about? Well, there it is. And no wonder it has that sign. Because look at those spikes. Ouch. Now, Laura's being a model here at the moment. Oops, she's nearly fallen in. Oh my God. And Sue was just directing her as to how to pose from a long distance away. Here's another photo stop.
Oh, yeah, boy.
That man's just walked in there. Once again, we're out of the bus, and we've been travelling through these mountains. And there's a picture of smokers here. And this is a bloke who...
William McRae.
William McRae was his name, and he had all this information, secret information about the British government that was coming here on this road, and they found him in a car with a bullet hole to his head, and they said it was suicide.
Against nuclear power.
Yes.
Stations.
And that's his memorial. There we go. And there's the background.
And of the clan, he didn't want his sons to come back. So they planned to murder the two sons. So they got out the clan and all the land and all the women to themselves. And then the two sons that were away had a sister. The sister got wind of what was going on.
Well, that's an interesting shot because it's got two heads with edge. That's hilarious. Except we think we might end it there. Here we go.
This probably hasn't changed for thousands of years. Back in the 1600s, there was a clan MacDonald lived here. They farmed this glen. It's difficult to imagine probably what it looked like, but with little black houses, turf roofs, all the way down the glen to where the river gets wider.
chief of the clan was a MacLeod MacDonald. In the 1680s, he was in his 60s, and he fought with Bonnie Dundee, Killiecrankie. He came back here. And this 1688 William of Orange was brought into power. And do you remember we talking about him before? Protestant king? He wanted to try and calm the Highlands down and get rid of the clan system. So he brought out this rule to make all the clans sign this bit of paper saying that they swore allegiance to King William of Orange, and they had until 1692 to sign this bit of paper at Fort William, which was named after William of Orange. Clan, the MacLeod MacDonald, the chief here, he was in his 60s at this time, and he thought he had to go up to Invergarry, which was about 40 miles north of here. He got all the way up there and he missed the deadline to sign this proclamation of allegiance to King William of Orange. But they knew that he was late because it was a really bad snowstorm at that time. But it didn't matter anyway. The English had sent word to Edinburgh, and in turn they sent it down to William of Orange in London. It said that the MacDonald clan in Glencoe weren't signing allegiance to King William of Orange. And this is them knowing that he was on his way to sign it. So he got there, signed it, and he was late. Came all the way back to Glencoe, carried on life as normal. And about a couple of weeks later, the Clan Campbell came. There was a thing called Highland hospitality. But do you think like the Scottish generally are quite hospitable and friendly? This kind of goes right back to the clan times. This unwritten rule of Highland hospitality. No matter who you were, enemy or foe, if you were coming through a glen and it was getting late and you were cold, you could knock on anyone's door and they'd let you in. And they'd show Highland hospitality, give you somewhere to sleep, give you a drink, give you some food. Now the Campbells at this time were arch enemies of the MacDonalds. But one of the chief of the Campbell, his niece was married to MacLeod MacDonald, the chief of the clan here. So they were kind of friends by marriage. Now, unbeknown to the MacDonald clan, the Campbells who came to seek Highland hospitality had been ordered by King William of Orange to massacre the MacDonalds. But they stayed with them for 2 weeks. Fed with them, dined with them, partied, whatever. And then one morning, top of the mountain there, called Signal Rock, a fire was lit, 5 o'clock in the morning. And this was a signal to the Campbells to get up and massacre all the MacDonalds that were under the age of 70. There's about 300 of them living here, and they started to massacre them. Also, they were in their bed, they didn't know what was going on. Women and children, didn't matter, as long as they were under 70. They only managed to kill about 30 of them. The rest of them escaped up to the glens, these hidden glens. They're not hidden from here, but if you're down there, you can't really see them. All the women and children were up there, and the people that managed to escape. Well, the Campbells are down in the glen here, destroying houses, burning them down, killing their cows, killing anyone that fought back. And then they just left. And the rest of the Clan Campbell sat on the Weeping Glens, as they're called sometimes as well, and just watched their livelihood get destroyed. And again, this is in February, so it's really cold, very bad snow. That's where the rest of them died up there. This is why it's quite a bad place, this. It's like the first thing, it was murder under trust. It's the Highland hospitality thing. They'd been welcomed into their houses, even though they were kind of arch enemies. They were welcomed in, allowed to stay, they were fed, given somewhere to sleep. And they knew all along that they'd been sent here to murder this clan. The hotel down the bottom, which we're passing the way out again, it's got a sign outside it saying no Campbells, no hawkers. A hawker is a travelling salesman. It's a few years ago, there was an American writer called Glenn Campbell who came here to write about this area, walk about it, and he wanted to stay in that hotel, and they wouldn't allow him because he was a Campbell. This is how bad this incident was that took place here. It's Glenn Campbell from America took the hotel to court, saying it was racism, but he lost because of how strong the tradition was in the day. That's Glenn Campbell.
Oh shit.
Yeah, just stop.
Thanks.
What happened?
Oh, okay, that's me got, well and truly, all right?
Guess who's snoring?
Yeah, now Roger's going to go out and shoo the cows. Go on. They're not so dumb. Okay. Oh, aren't they cute? Oh, look at this bum. Oh, a little baby one. Can we take it home?
Maybe I'll just tell them.
It what?
Just go with it.
Where? Oh. Oh, they're even milling for
It's a cow.
These are, how do you say it? Hairy coos. Oh. Trying to get the sign in so I don't have to speak. Da, 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 da. This is the back.
Oh, today? Oh, actually.
Hello everyone at home. Pete Harrison, this is especially for you. We found the perfect pub for you, okay? And I found the perfect present. Over here, these would look wonderful in your lounge room, wouldn't they? Tusk lambs. Yay. Being the environmentalist that you are, if we just have a quick pan around the room, particularly the two-headed lamb is nice in the corner. Beautiful.
Don't even have to put this on mirror.
My favourite, Pete, my favourite is, which would go in my house, is this. As you can imagine.
Oh, I'm walking on the dog.
It's a shark. Up, right up.
I'm walking on the dog. Just...
Oh, no, don't do it. And all the little antlers and the birdies. Oh, you'd be appalled. The birds in particular, little duckies. You'd be appalled at a fox. Oh, he hates these sort of stuffed. Anything that's stuffed is just out of...
It's actually quite a nice pub.
It is a beautiful... What, it was 1700s this was built?
Yes.
So it's a really old pub and we're about to have a meal and...
we'll just go in and get everybody.
Yeah.
Look at the dog too. Come on, little doggy. Hello.
And he gets so... Oh, you can't believe it.
Who, Pete?
Yeah.
You don't like stuffed animals either?
No. Hey, you don't.
To kill me. Woohoo. Wave, Alison. Ed.
Oh, Ed's seen these over the cameras there. Don't be shy now.
NTV.
NTV, yeah. Sure.
This is our third day on the Haggis tour, and you'll never guess what this is. This is the castle where the Monty Python Holy Grail was filmed. And I'm just trying to think of the Spanish, whether or not they did that scene up there where they were making fun of King Arthur, who was down there. And apparently they did a lot of the horse scenes around here. Classic. Remember? To Glasgow and then got on another bus to Irvine and we're at Morva's house, Relies of Sue's, and this is where Laura and I are sleeping. It's great. And there is actually a fantastic backyard. Check it out. Still cold outside, it's about 2 degrees, so it is freezing. I'm now about to make my way into, yes, there are rooms. It's wonderful. And guess what? There's a huge, yes, bathroom, and it's clean. That's all those bloody hostels. That was a nightmare. And now I'm going to the kitchen. And over here we have Morgan, and she's making us a cake of some sort. Trifle. Thank you, girls. And the girls we've just finished eating beautiful chicken. And that is apparently some sort of... It's like spring-red soda. And
This is the boat of the double cream, but it's thickness, so you just need to pour it on.
can't finish all my tatties.
What's that?
I'm trying to finish all my tatties.
We'll stop the video and we'll get some more entertaining chat after, so we can chat and say hello to people back home. Now that Sue's eating all of her food. Look at that. Empty plate. Last.
Now, look at her. Would you like to say something?
Good morning.
Now that you've woken us up.
Good morning.
2:30.
Oh, thanks very much.
Oh, look at the lovely jammies.
Friends are mad.
Yeah.
You are mad now. You're going to cuss you in the morning.
No, we're going to get this all on video.
Hey, wants to take us out.
What?
Take it here.
Yes, Mummy, Granny in bed.
Look, that's her nightwear.
Mother, they're just laughing at mine. And what? Oh, Anne-Marie said, I have to ask you, what do you think of Australian shoes? They're...
Shades.
They're crap.
Oh, don't talk come my feet.
No, they're crap.
They're crap.
My back.
Oh. No, what did you say Australian shoes were?
See you that blind, yeah.
Yeah, I can see.
Get your
They're so annoying, aren't they? We were nice and asleep.
Get your stuff.
Well, you missed a good night.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, that's it. We're fucked all night.
Oh.
They're drunk.
Yeah, just slightly.
I'm not drunk.
You're not supposed to be drinking, though.
John can't dance because he's not well yet.
I had
Otherwise he'd be up
a
there.
few whiskies, yeah.
Oh, but you were told.
They're drunk,
They're drunk, they're silly old fools.
No, we were the good ones. Oh, you love the other ones. You got to be worried.
You get it?
I'm glad you didn't bring them back with you.
I'm still going.
Did you get anything to eat, Susan?
Yeah.
Chicken, lettuce and tomato, pasta, lasagna.
This is just Anne-Marie's just up now.
2:30 in the morning.
That was it. I told you, she was mad when she had
You see that?
No, we didn't believe you.
You see that?
Comes out.
She doesn't say Anne-Marie, she says Anne-Marie.
Yeah.
Anne-Marie.
But she doesn't say Anne-Marie, she says Anne-Marie.
Who says that?
You.
No. What's
Laura.
She doesn't say Anne-Marie, she says Anne-Marie.
I don't say Anne-Marie. I say
Anne-Marie.
Oh, just sitting
Anne-Marie.
I haven't been sleeping a lot.
Look at this drunken scene.
You wait for me to come home.
Oh, God, do you think
She's been waiting for you to come in.
No, I thought, now, what if she's come in and just nipped in her bed and forgot to turn the light out?
No, but you were going to come out to bed, you.
Oh, you always do, you arsehole.
Yeah.
I'm trying to send them home.
Morva, I actually got that on video.
It's on video.
I got that word on video now.
She's swearing again.
That wasn't me, that was Nancy.
I still want you to say that Australian shoes are crap.
What? What you
Australian shoes are
Australian shoes are crap.
Shoes are crap. Hey, where do we take you to Port Adelaide?
I bet you.
Yeah, but where do we take you?
Good time?
The crap market.
Oh, she take that. Hey, Nancy, you should see the market they've
We went
got.
to the crap
I said, I'd love to go to the market. Thinking I'd see nice clothes.
It's full of...
And what was it? It was all. I don't think it was second hand. I think it was about fifth hand. Never seen as much junk in my life.
Put it on.
Put it, oh yeah,
Bad.
crappy.
Crap, I thought it was, like our markets. No, loads of junk.
It is
Give me a tea out.
Where's my tea
Yeah,
there?
but we got it. That's
Oh, that tea, no.
Now, where's Susan's cup of
Oh,
tea?
yeah, this was.
By God.
Say that again.
I'm sorry.
By God, your daughter's not fit.
No, I just don't. By God, wait till I see your father and mother.
They should know by now,
You're even decent when you come in our country.
She enjoyed herself.
I'll tell you something.
She's been at the Scottish
If there's
Hospital.
any other country, they'd better exported, I was going to say.
Exported.
Guess what, Mark?
Deported.
They've introduced me to Jimmy.
Jimmy!
And
She's in love with him.
I'm not coming home.
You're going to regret saying that.
Jimmy decided to elope. Alright.
Just say, I didn't say that at all.
She seduced him with a bottle of Bacardi.
Oh no. Okay.
I'm not going to forgive
Good
me
job
for
she's
this
not
one.
married.
How are you feeling? How are you feeling, Sue?
I'm fine.
Alright. How much Bacardi did you have last night? We just thought we'd wake you up. Do you know what time it is?
Yeah, no, it's late.
It's 11 o'clock. So guess who's snoring too? Must run in the family.
Hey, I'm not the only one. I've got evidence of you two too. It's coming later.
She's in bed with Billy back. I went to work this morning. She's really suffering back.
So you're on bed again. How are you, Greg?
Yeah, the chauffeur.
So you had a quiet night last night, did you? What time did you get in again? Oh yeah, 3. A bit like Sue, like brother and sister.